Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board! Yes! We are back and at it to start the week with the YouTube episode.
Yeah.
We got a lot of energy. We just did the linear episode, and that was a real good show, but we get to kind of lay back, let our hair down a bit on the YouTube setting. Obviously, we ain't got King in the fourth quarter again. This is the first time in a long time he's missed multiple shows. He's recovering from the flu. So make sure y'all send some love to KB. He's doing well. He's recovering. He just want to get to 100%. Sometimes that flu can linger around a bit, and we want our boy to rest up because we can hold the fort down until they get back. And I'll tell y'all this story. When KB first got sick and informed us he wasn't going to make the first show he missed, which was what, Saturday, I think?
Yeah.
Devin, who works with us, was like, man, you good, whatever. And I'm like, what you talking about? The hell, I'm a podcast. What you mean, like somebody, like I can't operate without KB or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how to run the show unless KB here. I'm like, Devin, slow down. You fake offended me right now. I've been in the game 8 years. I can survive on any set
true to this,
with
not new to
anybody,
this.
with my guys, by myself. Come on, man. Y'all have done shows when me and KB won there. Did y'all actually do a show, or did we just do a prank? Or was I? Did I actually?
No, we started off as me and him.
You did a show where it's just you and KB because
Yes,
him
yeah.
left. Right.
It was just me and KB.
Where was I at?
You went to Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. I
you
was
went
stuck
to Jamaica,
in Jamaica.
and then
I went to New York.
My flight got delayed, so I couldn't get back in time.
But we've all had that.
That 2-man show was crazy.
We all had that burden of Captain. I've missed shows. You've missed shows. KB's missed shows.
KB just hit the group chats though, saying that it just feels weird missing multiple episodes.
I feel them on
and
that.
Yeah,
It do.
It's like a kid when you miss school. It's just like, because normally if I'm at home, I can hit Mike up and be like, get on the game. But if y'all here and I'm at the crib and I'm, it's just,
the missed days at school, the best things happen too.
you
So you feel like you
miss a
missing
fight.
out.
Blah, blah, blah. He date her now. The girl you like was looking for you.
A test you were stressing about, the teacher that moved it back.
Yeah. Man, Mr. Johnson came in and gave us all $100.
He said, anybody that showed up.
We had a random pizza party without you.
We had a movies and pizza.
We played basketball at gym, but tomorrow we going back to country dancing or square dancing. Yeah, that's all. That is always, man. Yeah, that girl that you like, she said if you was here, she was going to ask you to be her boyfriend. But since she wasn't here, she go with Amari now. Oh, man, look at yourself.
Do you know how blue you'll be as a kid? Like, you just walk around just heartbroken the whole day. That's just on your mind for the whole day.
Oh, man. I'm gonna hold on to that for Unplugged. What we got for Drop the Mic?
I want to ask y'all, and I want to start doing this just maybe once a month or every once in a while, where we just kind of throw it back, pause on a little bit, and call it Throwback Tuesdays. You mentioned
Throw it back nice.
Throwback Tuesdays?
Throwback
Tuesday.
Throw it back to Tuesday. Because Thursday has Throwback Thursday, so you got to change it up just a little bit.
So you got to add that it. Once you throw that it in there,
yeah.
Throw it back then, Mike.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I just want to hear y'all. I just want to pick y'all brains apart. What's a random?
So you want us to throw it back on you? Is the concept?
Not on me. You throwing it back on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Not Tuesday is from the movie. Or
How
the
many
show.
juke parties have you been to?
Or
was you not a juke party?
I'm not no juke party guy.
Was you ever a juke party guy?
I was always too scared to go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All those years he was in the Plex, all those juke parties, y'all ain't go to one?
I always thought that I would go there and no girls would ever dance on me, so I never went.
That's a fair point.
That's not a fair point.
That's
you
a
know
fair
why?
point.
I've seen the lamest, dirtiest, crustiest person ever get juked on at a juke party.
It's a juke party.
It's a juke party. Number one, girls just want to dance and have fun, right?
Yeah.
And anybody with a silver mind understands that just because a girl want to dance with you don't mean that she wants to give you her body. It's a dance.
Yeah.
The lights are off. It is just music and everybody having fun. We were just like, how old were we? We were 8th grade, 7th grade, freshmen.
I remember they had to shut down the school dance because kids was juking at the school dance.
Yeah, you would have the chaperone. But I could see you kind of being like thinking that as a kid, right? But in the reality, bro, whoever the lamest person you could think of that grew up with us, I'm sure I've seen them get juked. Because you got to remember, it was probably more girls than dudes.
Yeah.
So if there's, and it used to be crowded in there, hot in there, if there's 45 girls, there's probably 30 dudes. So you don't. It's slim pickings, is what I'm saying. If you want to, and a lot of times the girls just want to dance.
Yeah.
So you missed out by being shy. Anyway, you want us to bring back just random players,
Yeah,
and we can show some love.
Just players you enjoyed. It could be recently. It could be from 1970. I don't care. Just a player you enjoyed.
A guy I really enjoyed growing up that I think could get lost or kind of forgotten about. I got a lot of guys, but Cuttino Mobley shared the backcourt with Steve Francis out there in Houston. Shout out to Cuttino Mobley. Went to Rhode Island. Had just such a very pretty left-hand shot. I was so happy and excited years ago when they started to add him onto 2K for my team. Because like, man, Cuttino Mobley, because you'll forget about guys like that because Cuttino Mobley wasn't some superstar. Cuttino Mobley isn't a guy that I think you go into a jersey shop and they have a retro Cuttino Mobley jersey. So you look at things like my team or, YouTube highlights to go be reminded. And so now that we have a platform and you're bringing up this segment, I would like to take some time out to give some love to a Cuttino Mobley type
He got
guy.
one of the funner names to pronounce.
Cuttino Mobley.
Cuttino Mobley.
I don't even know if one of my accounts somewhere in the universe, I don't want to expose where it's at, is Cuttino Mobley Jr.
I feel like you got to be left-handed for that.
That's why I did, because I wanted this person that I made up to be left-handed. I think I was trying to make it as my Xbox burner account, which ended up being Ice Spice Season. So I used another, it's not, people gonna go and try to search for it on Twitter, Instagram. It's not Twitter, Instagram.
Hey, shout out to Elijah Griffin Jr.
Oh, you are crazy.
He don't know who the hell that is.
I don't know who that.
Our boy Joel, he made a storyline in 2K, and it's like Blake Griffin brothers.
Yeah, he's just playing with it yeah, this is my build. He like, yeah, it's like Dwight. He like, that ain't Dwight. He like, yeah, you right, it's Elijah Griffin Jr. You're like, who the hell is that? He like, yeah, I mean, I made this. I like to make storylines, and I'm like, I feel that. I like that, but it was just so random. He had like, and I guessed, I'm like, what is he? Blake Griffin's younger brother? He's like, yeah, he actually is. And the storyline, he's Blake Griffin's. I'm like, what?
Because he was a powerful, or like he was a big man, but he kind of had that build like him.
Very, very funny. You got anybody?
Nene. I think Nene is one of those guys that I would like to. That I used to love seeing growing up. How people look at Steven Adams, how he's super strong. That was Nene, but Nene was like more offensively polished. So like he was able to do a little bit more than what you would see Steven Adams do. So like when he hit you with a drop step and he going up strong and he finishing through your contact, it's just like, ain't nothing you really do about that. Nene was just strong as hell. He was a bruiser. He was physical. He wore people down. He definitely was somebody that when you was going against him, you was expecting a night off. Nah, he might not be Shaq, but he definitely, you come in there thinking it's going to be lighting.
He going, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that drop step too, because I remember him doing a lot of like just spin moves.
Yes.
Like once he gets his shoulder on you, yeah.
He was so damn big and fast that his little spin, it was fast. It was nice that he was good on his feet, man.
Honestly speaking, this is one of those segments where I could do monthly, and this could be an episode for me. I could sit here for 50 minutes and just name all guys.
Again, part of me, because on the way I was kind of thinking here about just 6 men in general. Like, are they as much of a staple in the NBA as they felt like they were maybe like the 2000s or 2010s and prior to that? And I think there's certain teams that still have their guy that comes off the bench and they look at them as like an extension of their starting unit, but I don't think it's prioritized as a lot of how it used to be.
I think
feel like it's also certain players probably don't buy into the roles people did back then. Like I feel like there's probably like a stigma to being a six man. Everybody want to be a starter. Everybody wants to get paid starter money, which makes sense. Back then, people kind of took pride in like being a six man and knowing how important it was for me to come off this bench and provide a spark for this offense. And like, people do it because it's their job, but I don't think people love the role because everybody wants to be a starter.
But even then, I mean, Lou Williams always speaks on he wanted to start. That's a misconception.
Yeah.
He just did what, his job was. Nobody is like, hey, I want to come off the bench.
Except for Manu. I think Manu did.
You think Manu Ginobili wanted to come off the bench or he accepted his role?
I think it was more so accepted a role, but eventually I think it got to a point where he thrived in that role. So he's like, this is what I kind of do.
Same thing with Jamal Crawford. Yeah, there's been a bunch of guys have been candid about like the misconception is that you're asking or wanting to come off the bench. It's just like, no, I'm really good at it and I'm accept my role and I'm gonna turn it into something. I think that was Jamal Crawford's mindset of like turning it and making it positive. Yeah. But I don't think you're gonna hear a story about a player saying, hey, I'm starting. Get the fuck out of here, coach. Why am I starting? You better put in my contract. I'm guaranteed to be the sixth man. I bet not start no fucking games. If they start me, I'm requesting a trade. I don't think you ever gonna hear no shit like that.
The player I was thinking about was Montrezl Harrell. Is like that sixth man. He obviously won sixth man of the year, but he is a dude that again he just wouldn't honestly. And I feel like he was in the mold even better because Montrezl Harrell as your starter just didn't seem like it wasn't just much potential to it.
Kind of crazy how fast he fell out the lead too.
He was so great because his main attribute was what you need off the bench, which is energy. And he allowed his energy to attack the offensive glass. And then his game grew from Louisville to those Houston Rockets early days to where Montrezl Harrell started to get footwork. He started to face you up. He started to play a lot of basketball in the summer, he said, because he was teammates with Lou Will with the Clippers. And he would go and play in the Drew League and play in all of these pickups. And it would allow him to work on his game to be able to face up and handle the ball.
When I was thinking about this, and I'm glad you said that because it kind of reinforces my thoughts. He doesn't seem like a guy that does one dribble pull-up drills or nothing like that. He just seems like a guy that was constantly in the gym working on his game, running fives, again, Drew League type stuff. He seems like the guy that would just run pickup and work on his game that way. And again, he was a pretty impactful player when it comes to the teams that he was good on, where he was instant offense off the bench because he was going to give you the energy and everything like that. And on the wrong night, if your starters aren't producing, because again, it's hard to be consistent every single night for 82 games, you need those bench guys to come in and provide the energy to uplift the team to win some of those games.
I'm going to continue to name some guys if y'all don't mind.
It's a good segment.
Jabari Parker. I miss the hell out of Jabari Parker.
Was nice.
As a guy that
even seeing him at Simeon.
Yeah, as a guy that grew up in Chicago, we played against them in the playoffs, watching his whole journey, seeing the year he had at Duke, get into the Bucks, second overall pick, and then you started to see his body kind of slim up, and he got more explosive in the NBA. And then he had the injuries, and even after the injuries, came back, still had even more explosion, and then the injuries started to stockpile. And it kind of caught up to him there. And now he's overseas doing his thing, which I love to see. But Jabari Parker was always a really special talent, and I love his scoring ability. And again, I'm a homer. I'm a Chicago guy. I'm always find ways to give love to my Chicago guys. Love and miss that talent. That Bucks team and just general.
I'm trying to think.
I miss Larry
was
Sanders.
Jared Bayless on the team?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm thinking about him too. I think in today's game, he actually might be pretty damn good too, because again, he could be a guard where he doesn't have to be no lead guard, where he's not taken away from your star player, but he's a guy that can play the point guard spot and like also kind of light it up. Yeah,
like a DeAnthony Melton, Lesser, Jalen Suggs. Do you know? Because I know you like Jared Bayless. Do you know Jared Bayless was like him?
No.
Yeah, Jared Bayless was one of the top recruits in the nation. He was like him. I know his career is kind of like impact bench player.
Yeah.
He went to Arizona. He was supposed to be him and Brandon Jennings going to Arizona, but I think Brandon Jennings ended up going overseas because he was going to be ineligible from a grades perspective to play. But I always wish that we were able to get that Arizona Lute Olson. I believe Lute Olson was still coaching. Yeah. Hell yeah. Lute Olson backcourt of Brandon Jennings and Jared Bayless. That team was going to be so dope. But yeah, Jared Bayless was one of them ones, man, in high school. Yeah, I remember getting the Round Ball Classic magazines and things, and he was just like one of the guys in that mix. OJ Mayo from that Bucks team with Jabari. I even miss Larry Sanders. Like that run Larry Sanders had was incredible. Wilson Chandler.
Oh man, Wilson Chandler was
That's what I was saying. Like with the 6 man, it felt again, regardless of how they kind of perceived the role, they were some of the most. The 6 man were so much more consistent.
Yeah.
Like Jamal Crawford, and again, he's pinnacle of like 6 men. You guaranteed 20 off the bench. Lou Will guaranteed 18 to 20 off the bench. Montrez, once
Jared Bayless, 7th in the nation in recruiting in 2007. OJ Mayo, Kevin Love, Eric Gordon. No. Him and Brandon Jennings weren't the same year. He was going to come after, or was he there before Brandon Jennings? He might have been there a year before. He was the year before Brandon Jennings. So excuse me, I misspoke. But yeah, he was the 7th in the nation behind Derrick Rose. So listen to this top 10 players.
7th in the nation? I ain't know all that.
Yeah. OJ Mayo was the number 1 player. Then it was Kevin Love, Eric Gordon, and Eric Gordon and Derrick Rose played for the same AAU team. So imagine that backcourt. You a young kid.
Getting your ass dunked on.
Getting your ass dunked on.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't know Eric Gordon and Derrick Rose played for the same AAU team.
So you never seen Derrick Rose highlights?
No, I did, but I never seen Eric Gordon in those highlights.
Yeah, they used to tear
Because
up.
like Eric Gordon I felt like Derrick Rose played for. Eric Gordon's from Chicago.
No, they played on like a Midwest team. He's from Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Or like
That's-
around the Indiana area.
Okay.
So there's also a thing where I forget who was coaching Illinois at the time, but there was a time where they was trying to get, it might have been Bill Self, who coaches Kansas, or maybe it was Bruce Weber at the time. I can't remember. Illinois was trying to get them to be the backcourt. And at one point, Eric Gordon committed to U of I. He decommitted and went to Indiana, which is his home.
Yeah.
And then obviously Derrick Rose went off to Memphis.
Memphis, yeah.
So, but could you imagine being one of those Midwest schools and not getting both of those guys? Super, 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 super crazy. But fourth was Michael Beasley.
Okay.
Fifth was Derrick Rose. Y'all will never believe who the fuck was sixth in the nation.
Who was it?
Kyle Singler.
Wow.
Then Jared Bayless. Here's a name y'all probably don't even remember. You got to be like a college basketball fan to remember him. But he played in the NBA. Dante Green was eighth. J.J. Hickson was ninth.
J.J. Hickson.
Patrick Patterson was 10th.
Shout out to P-Pet.
Blake Griffin was 16th.
That's crazy.
Why does it seem like just based off size and athleticism, he would just be so much higher?
Then he went to college and he dominated. Became one of the best college players
Number one
for
pick.
a couple years. Became the number one pick. But Jared Bayless, those are the type of names that I like to hear when we have these type of conversations.
It's gonna help us when we do the Enjoy video.
You know who I liked? He wasn't even like Jared Bayless. Hollis Thompson with the Sixers was fake eyed. I used to like Hollis Thompson. Tony Roden, my boy out of Washington. I love me some Tony Roden.
Tony Rowe can still get you about 20 points right now in 2K.
Right now, I think Tony Roden could probably get some buckets. Yeah, man, it's so many guys. This is a good segment. You had said before we did the segment, you gave the example of Aaron Aflalo. I love giving flowers to Kevin Martin.
Oh yeah. I
Danilo
What was
Gallinari.
that weird stat you said about Kevin Martin, Mike?
He had a 20-point game with no field goals, like all free throws.
And then he had a 50-point game where I think he had like 25, 27. He broke like the record of most free throws made in the game.
Yeah.
I used to
I think
try to
Jamal Murray
practice-
has the game where
You try to practice his shot?
Yeah.
I think
Just
Jamal
ugly
Murray
ass
has the
shot.
first 50-point game with no free throws.
Do y'all remember a guy named Brevin Knight?
No.
What team?
He played for like the Bobcats.
No.
Do y'all remember George Lynch? David West with with the Hornets.
Oh, yeah, David West for sure.
Man.
I remember when he went to the Warriors too.
Yeah.
Like this was when it was like.
Did he
if
ever
you
get
just-
that ring with them? Because I think he was going
I
over there
think he got it with the Warriors. He didn't get it with the Spurs.
I forget what year though.
Pretty sure. Let me just check though.
But
because he did hop around from.
this is one of the times where if the Warriors just got anybody and anybody solid that they was adding to their roster, it was like, damn.
Oh, he won 2 rings.
With both of
won
them?
both with the Warriors. The last 2 with KD, he probably got in.
It doesn't say. It just says 2-time champ. Let me just look it up.
But I got another name that I know you gonna love. D Mills probably won't give a fuck.
Who?
Darrell Wright.
Oh yeah.
Darrell Wright, man.
I think it's hilarious that he led the league in 3-point makes and he had Steph Curry on his. This is before Steph Curry was like Steph. But
Oh yeah, he won with the 2017 Warriors and the 2018 Warriors. So yeah, he got 2.
But I remember Darrell Wright as a young high school guy coming into the NBA, and he was like just riding the bench with the Miami Heat. Obviously, probably wasn't pro ready at the time, and so when he had jumped on the scene and was shooting like that, I was like, "What? That's Darrell Wright that was with the fucking Heat? I didn't know he could do all of that."
yeah.
Yeah, I love that year that he had, man. He was a really good guy on 2K because he had the 6'8" size, could shoot the 3, knock it down.
You know what's funny
That
about
team
the
had
old
Monte
2K?
Ellis stuff.
The old 2K games too, is like if they had a rotational player, just not a top star, they just had generic jump shots. You know what I'm saying? So like he just had a smooth generic jump shot again
It's
with the
crazy
6'8"
to
size.
go from that time to live in today's time, and we still play the game as much as we do. It blows my mind that like I'm going through the game and fucking Hakeem Daddier has a fucking jump shot base. Because like you just said, in 2K, what is it? 2K is 2K26 right now?
Yeah.
2K15, 2K14. Gerald Green didn't have a jump shot.
It was released 43.
Yeah, it was just a generic number.
Yeah.
But you like, let alone a fucking random rookie. You
Jimmy
don't go.
Butler had the most smoothest jump shot.
Whatever the feet were hit.
Yes.
I swear,
Ontario,
him and Victor Oladipo had the same jump.
Ontario loved the jump shot. He'd be like, man, I just look at the feet. And
Yeah,
green,
it was just green. Yeah,
green.
it was just such a.
Now the
fluid
jumpers be too real. They had Max Strus shooting like he was shooting.
Oh my fucking goodness!
They
updated
medicine
it now.
ball.
They updated it now, so
Yeah.
he ain't got the same jump
But
shot.
they be
But
trying
yeah,
to do it too real.
it's just so
sometimes.
crazy that I can't believe everybody has signatures. I mean, sometimes you make a dude on 2K and you're trying to get a crossover and you got to go through 550 names.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared Colfer's still in the game.
He got one of the
they
best
love
jumpers
his
in the
base.
base.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 2K culture at this point. But it's like, I'm trying to get a crossover, and you mean to tell me y'all got fucking a Monte Morris crossover? It's like, what the hell? All right, NBA news, NBA topics. Where do y'all want to start? We can go with last night games to talk about some of the current tendencies or rhythms that some of these teams in, or we can jump out of the gate and get right to the trade rumors and everything that's going on. I think the last time we seen them, we had rumors. I'll just let y'all know now, until the trade deadline, which is February 5th, every episode that y'all see us, there's probably going to be some updates on rumors. Rumors are flying all around. I'll let y'all decide where we start.
I do want to kind of bring up one of the games from last night because we didn't get to it on the linear. Was the Sixers versus the Raptors.
Where the Sixers put that foot down.
They
Yeah.
did. They again, and I'm just kind of thinking about the full potential of this team. Tyrese Maxey, he's one of the most unguardable players in the league
Yep.
right now. I mean, he can get 30 any given night.
Who told you that like 7 months ago?
I don't know. There's a couple people saying they don't think he could average 30 though.
Who?
I think it was KB and D Mills.
Really?
This was maybe like a cap or no
Yeah,
cap
I
or
think I
something.
said
It was
he would
just like,
probably come down to like 27.
Oh, okay.
but for somebody who shoots the ball like he had 18 points in
And
the
you
first
crazy for
quarter.
saying you don't know. Like, I ain't sit on this couch months ago and say, no, I was watching Tyrese Maxey shit, and I think he can average 30.
I was on the same page, so that's why I didn't know.
Oh.
'Cause-
I didn't hear you say it.
Okay.
You got to say those things if that, you know what I mean?
Man,
That's what we do up here.
I don't gotta say it. He doing it right now.
You got something in your hair too, by the way, like a stick. You see
Other
that?
side, other side.
Yeah, other side. I feel you though. I'm going to talk about them on Teed Up. They're one of the teams I'm like buying into because, like you just said, Tyrese Maxey I think has done a good job of holding the fort down. This is exactly what the Philadelphia 76ers I think have wanted over the last few years. Is somebody that they can lean on to kind of keep up a certain level of production for those times that you got to let Embiid get to his full strength. And I think that they were missing that. And the whole time Tyrese Maxey was there, they just needed him to step into that role. And he's done a good job, man. He can score you 30 plus with Embiid on the floor. He could do it without Embiid. And because he's been able to do it without Embiid or Paul George, it's kept them afloat to now they're starting to come back, get their rhythm in. And I'm looking at this team as like a tough matchup for anybody that they got to face out east when we get to the playoff time.
I mean, he's had the benefit of having a great backcourt making VJ Edgecombe, who's had an amazing rookie season. I mean, last night he contributed 5 threes to this. So, like, VJ's been such a great addition to help alleviate some of that pressure
I
off of
think
Maxey.
his success is predicated to Maxey more than the other way around. Because we seen Edgecombe go through the rookie wall stuff, and I would expect some more of that stuff where it's going to, be like a roller coaster.
Yeah, but I just think it's nice to have somebody else next to you who you know can also handle the ball and create and do some things with the basketball to where you don't have to be fully taxed with having to do it all the time. Because sometimes Maxey is off the ball. He moves so well without the ball. Sometimes he can get his just coming off screens and stuff while VJ's initiating the offense. And I thought last night, Joel Embiid, he had Colin Moore Boyles on him, and it's just like, unfortunately, he's just not tall enough or big enough to do anything with Joel Embiid, and Joel just went to work. And
Game got out of hand quick.
Yeah, and they was down 30 almost at one point. So, like, yeah, when you starting the game off with Joel on CMB, it's just not going to be a good game for them. Because in the previous game, that shit was the overtime. And that was an exciting game.
Yeah.
Which the Raptors actually ended up pulling out.
Yep.
But in this game, Joel and Paul George played, and it was just a different result.
Who would y'all want to see them match up with the most in the first round?
The Raptors. I honestly think this is a fun series. I think this will be a very fun series, personally. I think this is a series that can go 6 or 7 games.
Really?
And, yeah, I think it could be that back and forth.
I don't think they would have an answer for Joel Embiid in a 7-game series. I would want to see the Raptors play somebody else because they've had such a great year. I wouldn't want to see them just.
Based on the seeding, I don't know how it would be.
Right now, they would play each other, actually. It's 4-5.
I would kind of want to see the Sixers and the Cavs in the series.
Me too. You read my mind.
Because I think the Cavs, first of all, it would be a test to them because they should be able to beat the Sixers. But the Sixers are, again, a dark horse playoff team. And we were talking about it earlier in the linear. The Cavs just feel like they can be beaten. They're just a mentally weak team, it feels like right now.
Yeah.
And if you could get the upper hand and now you're in the second round, I feel like you feel a little bit better about yourselves, especially because you just took down a Cavs team who's looked to be one of the top teams in the East.
Yeah, I mean, also I think Orlando would match up well with the Raptors too. The dynamic
I
play
like
from
that.
both teams. So I think that would be a fun matchup. Brandon Ingram, Paolo.
What about
Franz,
Boston? Boston, Philly.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could be interesting. They don't.
They've
Joel
had
Embiid-
some really exciting matchups this year.
I would be interested in that. I think it would be fun to watch. I think honestly, that middle of the pack in the East, it's all going to be pretty exciting. Honestly,
Yeah.
the Raptors, the Sixers, the Magic, the Celtics, the Cavs, all those matchups to me all seem pretty interesting. Right now, the Cavs will play the Knicks. And that also could be a very fun and exciting series, depending on how that go. Because we know Donovan Mitchell is a playoff riser, Jalen Brunson's a playoff riser. We know Cat is sometimes day to day. We don't know what version of him we getting. But then we also got the same with Evan Mobley. So it's a lot of stuff there that I think will be fun to watch.
The Cavaliers, man. There's this part of me, and I think it's just because I know as much as I do, where I can't close the book fully on the Cavaliers because you just know. It's basketball. Playoffs are all about matchups. There's a certain level of talent there, and it takes nothing for a team or a player to catch fire and the trajectory of their season changes. Even if it's the last 4 games, all of a sudden the Cavaliers clicking and they go into the playoffs and they can look so different.
Yeah.
That's me being hopeful.
Yeah.
If I'm just doing my job, which is analyzing everything that they've done in the season up until this point, I don't see how anybody can have faith in this team doing little to anything come postseason time because they have lost their defensive identity completely. They do not look like the same team at all from a year ago defensively. They don't look like a team at all in any shape or form.
Yeah.
But really defensively, having a guy like Evan Mobley on this team, having a double big lineup, and just some of the things that we saw last year, for it to have evaporated so fast and to just be gone, I really do feel like this is the real last time we're going to see this core and this version of this team together, because this is not even like a disappointing out. This ain't like, hey, we lost in the second round. Dang, that sucked. This is just like bad.
Yeah.
This is bad, man, and I don't know how many options they have at the trade deadline to change this team completely, so I think this is kind of the team we're going to get. And you look at a game like last night, they lose to the Jazz, and just a week ago they had 3 really impressive wins against 3 solid teams, and it felt like they maybe was on the verge of kind of, turning a corner, and then they take a huge step back with a loss like last night where the Jazz basically just out-competed and out-toughened them. They got to the free throw line twice as much as the Cavaliers. They out-rebounded them by 20, which I don't think should ever happen on any occasion.
Especially when you got a double big lineup.
Or with a double big lineup against
A dude
Nurkic.
that got traded, a dude that's been traded from the last couple of teams, and they've had to attach draft compensation to get rid of him.
he went and dominated your front court that is led by a DPOY and another guy that is a starting caliber center. Very disappointing loss of performance for them last night.
One of the things
Keontae George is having an amazing season, but he shouldn't be a guy that's giving the Cavaliers fits.
Hey, they couldn't do nothing in no ISO, and they couldn't do nothing in no pick and roll. He was picking them apart.
Yeah, and then Isaiah Collier came off the bench, and it was no break. He was just running and gunning, and then he played at a pace that they just seemed like they couldn't keep up with. The pace that he played with is just like they seemed like they just was lost. He was just getting 2 feet in the paint and passing it.
In those type of games, you lose those teams to like another really good team, maybe like the Pistons. Because, I mean, the Cavs shot like 40% or so from 3 themselves. They scored more points in the fast break. They scored more points off of turnovers. They turned them over more. All of those are signs and ingredients to a win.
Yeah.
And if you do happen to lose those games, you maybe lost to a team that's really, really top tier. No, they lost to the Jazz because they couldn't control the glass. And that's concerning to me. And that's more concerns on top of the concerns that we already had.
Because the glass rebounding is an effort.
Yeah,
I think.
there's nothing Kenny Atkinson can coach you about rebounding.
Yeah, you got to go get it. You got to want it more. And I had said this on Linear. It's like Evan Mobley said when he saw Rudy Gobert in front of him, he saw an opportunity that he had to be aggressive every single time, and he's seen him guarding him. And I'm just like, where's this mentality on a night-to-night basis? Like, do we have to put Rudy Gobert on your locker for you to see that every game? Like, he should come out with that mentality that I'm going to be extremely aggressive every single game.
Yeah.
Consistently. Like that's the Evan Mobley that this team needs. That's the Evan Mobley that will make this team a championship contender. The Evan Mobley that's not being aggressive, being a little passive, that's the Evan Mobley that other teams are just like, man, we love this shit right here.
Imagine if that got leaked. Like, man, they did a post-game interview and they saw that Evan Mobley had a picture of Rudy Gobert.
Do it. If it's gonna make him be aggressive, then do it. Because right now they're struggling. And again, for a team that has the aspirations that they do, they just don't. They don't show it.
I hate that the Lonzo Ball thing didn't pan out.
Man,
because it looked so good.
He couldn't throw a rock in water, P. It's so crazy that he just...
Coming into the season, I think we all kind of liked the idea of it. It made some sense. That didn't pan out, and they are truly missing Ty Jerome. Everything that Ty Jerome gave them last year felt like an added, but it feels like that shit was needed.
They missed what DeAndre Hunter was doing last year, too. He is really struggling.
We are going to talk about him.
I mean,
later in the episode.
They also missing Max Strus too. So
yeah,
he's also somebody who provides shooting.
But
which
again,
is offensively something this team needs.
They still should be able to survive.
Yeah, they should be able to survive without him. But he definitely was a key piece of what they were doing last year.
I want to talk about another game that I watched about another team that I'm kind of like feeling away towards, and it might be close to home to you. You might have a lot to say about this. The Lakers' performance last night was very tough to watch, and I got a chance to see how you feel on a night-to-night basis as a Laker fan. I watched Laker games here and there, but I really, really watched that one because it was late. I was preparing for this. So I was just like, let me tune into the Lakers. And I chose that game over the beginning of the Hornets-Clippers. And, yeah, man, it was very frustrating to watch Malik Monk get hot and the Lakers like, hey, yeah, we don't care.
I mean, they don't defend anything. I think that, for one, you could just kind of see that the clear roster problems are there. We were talking about it a little bit, I think, before we started really getting into recording. Whereas I'm kind of okay. I'm at the point where if we don't make a move by the deadline, I'm fine with that because I don't really see a move out there that's going to change everything around.
How do you feel about LeBron being on the team still, like in the future sense? Do you – because I get a sentiment for whatever reason. I don't have any intel. I don't want anybody to clip this like I'm giving some inside information. This is just me analyzing the situation. I sometimes look at the Lakers in a night like last night, and you read everybody's body language. You just see everything that's going on. And it sometimes feels like the Lakers wish that this was LeBron's farewell tour and that they would know after this year we can fully cement the direction of this team to Luka, and then having his co-star be Austin Reeves, and the rest of that money is going to go allocated into defense, rebounding, and supporting cast players.
Yeah, I think that's really the way to go. And if they had just a clear vision and that's going to happen, I think they would be a little bit more happier, a little bit more content. That's why I feel like there's a little bit of pressure now to make a move and make something happen because on paper, you still have Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James. So it's just like you got to do something. Yeah. You got to do something. But in all honesty, there's too much change that needs to be done where you could try to jumpstart it, but I think this is an off-season type thing where you're really assessing your roster because once you got Luka Doncic, it changed the whole course of what's going to kind of going on.
Unfortunately, though, Mike, and I hate saying this because, I mean, it's LeBron James, and we love LeBron. Been a fan of LeBron for 23 years now, seen his entire career to the point where I've seen him be young as hell, and now he got a son in the NBA. It's crazy. It's always crazy whenever I see LeBron because it makes me think of how long I've been watching the NBA. But he kind of got them trapped a bit because he has the player option. Yeah. And based off the reports, and the reports make sense, like the Lakers don't want to go digging into that draft capital to make a win now, move now that could hinder them in the upcoming years because this team needs more than it. Like we were talking off camera, they've been linked to Herb Jones. Herb Jones doesn't fix the defensive issues that LA has. He could come in and help, but y'all would still be a team that would be looking for more.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
again, looking at the whole complete roster with Luka Doncic, he needs a big man that he could work with, and DeAndre Ayton is just not. That's another problem you got to tag again. So again, you bring Herb Jones. Now we're still working with basically just letting Luka go score and let teams double him. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with Lakers right now is that with the Mavericks and I guess with a little bit with the Lakers last year, because when Jackson Hayes on the floor, you could see it more. But, like, there's a different pressure on the rim when somebody's rolling and there's a constant lob threat. People are going to help. People are going to adjust. If it's just Luka going back and down and posting up one-on-one and everything like that and they're doubling him, it's just not the same type of looks you get. You know what I'm saying? We're only getting the looks off them doubling Luka. It's not the same pressure of him making everybody else a threat. And right now we need a lot of change on this roster.
So you would be for LeBron not being on this team next year? We're not doing this in a negative way to be. We don't hate LeBron, we love him. But I'm just saying, as a Laker fan,
yes, I'm excited for the next chapter. And again, that feels like it's negative against LeBron, but it's really just it's past the time. You know, you can't hang on to it forever. And I want to ask y'all too.
Before you ask, I want to stay on this.
Yeah,
and feel free to chime in. I don't know if you have seen. I know you don't watch. I know damn well you don't watch the show. But have you seen the clips? It's been like a few now. It's been multiple of Rich Paul having like these suggestions for what the Lakers should be doing or what he wants them to do.
He just said yesterday that they should trade Austin Reeves for Jaren Jackson Jr.
I seen that.
And it's like I've seen a lot of Laker fans. And again, I love Rich Paul too. I like Rich Paul. I love what he stands for and what everything he's been able to bring to the game. I love him, LeBron, and everything that they do. So I'm not. Because so many people use these opportunities to like take shots at them, and we ain't doing that. But I could see how it could, if me and you are team or do the podcast, but then your girlfriend is at home publicly being like, "Man, I wish they had somebody. They should trade Pierre for it." It kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to imagine the Lakers aren't thrilled as an organization.
Because I mean, in my mind. Again, for the way Austin Reeves has been this season, he should, unless it's a break your back trade, I'm not trading Austin Reeves.
No. Yeah, I don't think the Lakers are. I just think like from a chemistry standpoint, Rich Paul ain't me. He ain't me sitting here just saying something.
He's one of the biggest agents in the league.
And he's close to LeBron. And they're clutch. They're like clutch together. So when he says something about Jaren Jackson or when he has all of these solutions of things that are kind of close to his clients, I think organizations and the fan base of the organizations can feel that travels. It carries a little bit more weight when you go back to the locker room as LeBron's teammate and you just seen his agent publicly say, you should be traded for fucking Jaren Jackson.
Or he said that he gave him coaching advice and it worked.
Even shit like that. Like, I just... And again, Rich Paul, just like everybody else, should be able to have the freedom to go and have a podcast and say his opinions, and he knows about the business 1,000 times more than I do. He's brokered probably $1 billion worth of deals. I'm just speaking on exclusively the perspective of the Lakers. It's just a lot going on, and I know they probably
weird.
They thirsty and itching to get to the Luka era, but it's hard because they kind of trapped in with LeBron.
And this is. You have to remember, this is L.A. The spotlight is always down in LA.
24/7. It ain't going nowhere. They could be having the worst start in the history of basketball. The attention would still be up here as if they were a contending team.
Yep.
Yeah.
My question to y'all, and I think this is, again, completely fair to LeBron James, who has spent more time in the NBA than he is not. Like, he seems a little mentally checked out, and I think that's all unfair to him, too, especially with the situation where this Lakers team is obviously just not as good as you would want it to be.
Yeah.
It's a long season still left to go.
Yeah, I knew he was mentally checked out when they asked him about Keontae George. He said, honestly,
Oh,
I
you
don't
talking about
watch
the
him.
golf stuff?
I don't be watching him.
mentally
I'm
checked
the
out.
wrong one to ask. I be watching YouTube golf now. I'm just like, damn, LeBron not even watching hoops no more. He say he watching golf channels now. Like, that's how
LeBron
mentally
used to at least
clocked out
lie
he is.
about it. Like, yeah, I've been watching them. You know, I try to catch their games when I'm at home when I can. Or I try to shoot. Like, he used to at least lie.
I think LeBron is at a crossroads. I think his body can still go. Evidently, you don't need me to tell you that. I think he has this legacy that is incredible, and he can keep furthering it and furthering it and furthering it and furthering it. But he's on a team that is in a great situation for him. This is where you want to be if you're going into 23 years of playing. This is where you want to be if you're going into your 40.
Yeah.
You in LA. The business opportunities that have come with making this move, your family is probably happy. Bronny was able to go to Sierra Canyon and then USC, and now the other son went to Sierra Canyon and went to fucking Arizona. His wife got a podcast. Their daughter has done like cooking content and everything. They thriving as a family, and as a businessman, he is thriving as well. And he did win a championship in Los Angeles. That was the ultimate goal. Every team he goes to, win a championship with them. He fucking did it. This is the first time probably in LeBron James' entire life, not even career, where the team wants to navigate more so to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hard thing to be not checked out about, because it's like, on one hand, LeBron is like, I get it, I'm older. But on the other hand, he goes out there and he does a fucking windmill on somebody's head. And he's like, wait, I'm fucking LeBron James. I'm not sitting in a fucking corner. I just shouldn't be sitting in a fucking corner.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, it's like, let's further this legacy. Let's keep adding points. Let's keep getting all-star appearances. Let's keep being all-NBA if we can do that. Obviously, the sciatica is the first time we've dealt with something where he might not be able to get the games played. But when you have all of that, it's like, fuck it, let's keep winning and competing, and everything he's always wanted. Except that last time with the fucking Heat where he wanted a new coach and they just wasn't going and then they parted ways. Other than that, majority of everything he's ever wanted and demanded, they've went and gotten or tried to make happen from an organizational standpoint. And this is the first time where I think he said something and he wants something done, and the Lakers ain't prioritizing what LeBron want. I think this is legitimately the first time a team ain't prioritizing what he wants. All the teams LeBron played for.
100%.
Hey, man, I don't care about young talent. You ain't got to bring them in here. We could trade those first-round picks and get win-now players. Teams are like, okay, let's do it. LeBron didn't say, hey, I like this Shabazz Napier kid from UConn. Miami said, you do? We'll draft him. Hey, I want Lonzo and I'm cool, but, man, give me motherfucking AD. All right, we go get AD. Matter of fact, I like that KCP dude, too. All right, we'll get him, too. No, I think KCP was already there when he signed. Never mind, excuse that. But everything he's wanted, teams have done. I want Russell Westbrook.
I was just about to say that.
Fuck it. We don't think it's a good idea, but you want Russell Westbrook? Let's go fucking get Russell Westbrook.
Let's fuck up our future to get Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
We know we probably don't fit on the scene.
Frank Vogel just won a championship, but you don't want his ass in here? See you later, Frank Vogel. Every single thing. And so I don't even blame LeBron at this point, because it's almost like when I look at my dog, it's like I've given my dog everything. She's spoiled as fuck. I can't be mad at her because she's spoiled, because she's earned the right to be spoiled. She's been an outstanding dog. LeBron James, I'm not comparing him to a fucking dog, obviously. I got too much respect to do that. But it's just like, when I look at the crossroads, it's easy, I think, for people to be like, come on, LeBron, Richard's retire, or move out of the way, let Luka get a shine. But he's fucking LeBron James.
I mean, he's
LeBron.
He's still putting up stats that just other players are not even
just
coming
gave him
close
a
to.
patch. His own patch.
Hey, whoever gets that patch is one of the luckiest people in the world,
Ever.
bro.
Ever.
Luckiest.
To the point where if they auction that shit off, they need their ass whooped. That's something that I wouldn't even dare try to sell. Because if you let that bitch age for at least 10 years, you got to hold on to that jersey till at least he retires.
That shit is...
Me, that jersey would never leave my family at all. That would be in my family own.
As soon as that pack is open, that shit is worth 7 figures.
Immediately.
7 figures.
So now what happens if I pass that down to my son? Fuck going generations. Just keep it for 25 to 30 years. Let LeBron not be in the league, but it's gonna go to somebody who's gonna be thirsty. They're gonna immediately sell it.
I would have sold that shit immediately.
Who don't need the money?
That shit immediately.
You really?
Yeah, bro. That's again. If it was a couple 100,000, I would probably win. But a couple million, just straight up.
Right. So just
and you think this not even like I'm putting this on just 5,000. Like this is a bid for this.
Right.
Shit. So it has the potential to be into like.
But think about this for
figures.
a second. This is why this is how people fuck themselves up. If that shit is worth that now, imagine how much it would be worth if you just waited till he retired. Fuck the 10-year shit I'm talking about. Fuck a son and passing down. Just when he retire. So you would
retire in 10 years a little, because the retire is maybe like a year or so.
It's like 3 years away for sure. In 3 years, LeBron James is probably for sure not going to be in the NBA. At 2030.
Have you ever seen that video of that dude that pulled that one card? It was like $1 million card or whatever. He's shaking while he recording the video. That would be me right there.
Oh, I never seen that.
It was like a 1-of-1 card with like $1 million. And before he was about to send it to go grade, he's like recording it and he's just shaking. But I would too. You basically just won over. He just won.
Now that
fortune.
card, I get it because the card is a card. But we talking about a jersey with the special patch, and it is immediately gonna be $1 million some dollars. You said.
I'm assuming it's gonna be because it's a game worn patch from LeBron James, but basically
it's like a 1-of-1. You never look at that again. Yeah, bro. If it's $1 million if it's $1 million plus dollars now, immediately, I'm keeping it, especially if it's me and you. Now, I don't know everybody's financial situation.
Right.
If you're a person that's fucked up and you somehow lucked up, got this, of course, right? Of
just
course.
found this pack on the side of the road because I doubt you buying the damn base.
Well, no, it's not a
pack.
game worn. It's they're taking the jersey, putting it into the cards for the tops releases.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So yeah, it's like that card. I don't know if that card gonna be worth $1 million, Mike. It's gonna be probably.
I would assume
$1 million.
LeBron James, one of the best players, top 2 player all time, top 1 player all time.
How many cards are worth $1 million though? Immediately.
There's cards that I don't know about basketball, but there's definitely cards that have the value of over $1 million.
I'm saying immediately those cards because they got old. Like
if it was one player, I'm assuming.
Call him out his name.
It's usually because they age.
One of the most rarest cards ever was a Honus Wagner card. Yeah. It was a baseball card. That card was so fucking old and rare. That's why it became that. You don't just open up a package and it's a Ja Morant rookie card for $1 million. It has to have some type of...
LeBron James, the year 23, it ain't no rookie.
I know, but I'm saying, I don't know. What are the facts on that? Are you just speculating?
I'm just speculating. I'm assuming it would be a 7-figure. I would assume you get 7 figures for that.
I think you get some money. You'll get some hundreds of thousands. I don't think it's gonna be $1 million immediately. Nolan Arenado is now a Diamondback. Y'all don't care. One of the greatest third basemen ever. But
how significant was that Cubs move?
Pretty big.
I don't know anything about baseball.
Pretty big. So Alex Bregman? Yeah, it's pretty big.
So I'm at a Cubs game. Say less.
But what are you seeing now? What's the most expensive basketball card on the market right now?
Final signed by Kobe Bryant and Shaq, which fetched $500,000 at an auction, and that was in December. But it says basketball cards featuring players like Jordan, Curry, James command even higher prices, with one multiplayer card selling for over 12.9, and that's a little bit different from a patch card. But like they've sold for over $1 million. And again, these are not just the regular day. These are the top guys of all time. So I could see 7 figures.
No. I want you to get one thing clear. Mm-hmm. Eventually, that card is going to be worth.
Yeah. I don't think he's understanding.
Yeah.
Eventually,
the card that sold for that 12.9 is a dual signed Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant card.
Dual sign.
Damn.
That card. That
Kobe and Mike have
So that LeBron card, you gotta keep. You gotta try to get signed, and boom, because it's like once you get that card, you post it on social media. It ain't nothing to get it back to LeBron.
Yeah,
they're gonna want to know who got that card, and hopefully, if I hypothetically speaking, and yes, also we could do it after the ad. Pause. That card will become an investment for me. And I'm sorry we went on a tangent. But that card will become an investment to the point where I would invest in getting close to LeBron as much as I can. Mm-hmm. LeBron's going to All-Star Weekend. I'm buying tickets to go to All-Star Weekend. I'm bringing that card. It will be very dangerous.
You're doubling that value.
But yeah, I need a sign because the sign that tells me right there, ain't no way in hell that card is worth that without the dual signature of of Kobe and Michael. And that's kind of fucking crazy.
They got both of
Who the fuck was able to get Kobe and Jordan's signature?
I feel like it's hard to even get a.
On a
Where's
dual
Jordan
card,
signing things?
What the hell?
Jordan don't even go out in public.
What the hell? And do you know what I would do if my signature was worth that much money? A family member wouldn't be able to tell me shit. Hey, I need a new car. Give me that piece of paper. Come here. Let me sign that for you. Go sell that car or that fucking piece of paper and go get yourself a new car. If I was a person whose signature held that much weight, nobody in my family
would literally be shaking holding this car. I'm finna drop it in the chat, but yeah, that shit just look worth money. Shit got both these signatures. Oh my God.
Damn, you ain't got no Wi-Fi connection?
No, I just had to take the picture off the internet.
We still waiting on it though.
I just sent it. I just sent it. I literally just sent it.
When you said I'm about to drop, motherfucker, you got to drop. No, this car, So this car, obviously for audio listeners and even the visual, we ain't showing you.
You could definitely find it though.
But this is a sexy card art. It's sexy. So what the jersey is and why it's so much money, this is going to be an expensive card already. It has patches, the NBA logo patch of their jerseys. I guess these are game-worn jerseys that they wore. And then on the side of the patches, they're signed respectively. So this is already a dope card to have a Kobe and Jordan piece of their jersey.
1 of 1.
And it's a 1 of 1. Brilliant.
No, yeah, that's an amazing card.
Before we get to more of the games from last night and just overall basketball talk, I do want to show some love to our sponsors over at DraftKings. Y'all already know what it is. Pick 6, baby. Very simple to follow. You pick 2 or more players in your pick set, and you go to all of the statistical categories, and you pick more or less. You watch the games and follow along and see if you were right or you were wrong. As always, we have a pick set for you today. Here is the leaderboard and how we rocking.
Mike is always wrong. Almost all the time
That's
wrong.
crazy.
Always
wrong?
10 and 22.
That means I was right sometimes.
Yeah, always
Barely.
wrong.
I just can't get right.
He ain't as right as you.
Because I was 3-0 last week.
Okay.
3-0, 18 and 12.
Only person that didn't have a void.
Yep. So that means I'm real good. And then, you
good.
had the 0 and 2.
I did. It's okay.
And then
Bounce back.
KB had a nice little 1 and 1. He's sitting at 15 and 18. 16, okay. He's sitting at 15 and 16.
You need some glasses, huh?
So yeah.
16 and 16.
Okay, my bad.
My
16
gosh.
and 16. His numbers are a little hard to see.
I want everybody at home to know that I was telling Austin, maybe skip this one because I can't really see. And he's like, man, you got your glasses on, still can't see. I'll just do it. And I told him that was going to happen because he kept doing it. Man, KB is 12. And we like, no, that's not KB's that you're reading. And sure enough, there you go. So tonight, our pick set is real doable, in my opinion. I think we can get something to happen with this.
I think we can get something to happen too.
D. Millie's got Jalen Johnson. Points, 22.5. He's going more against the Los Angeles Lakers. How you feeling about that one, D. Millie?
I'm feeling good, baby. I think he's going to smash this. I think this is going to be one of them games where Jalen Johnson's going to be up and down that court, and that's just somebody that the Lakers do not want to play against. When you play with speed, athleticism, and energy, the Lakers, they run away from, but they shy away from that type of stuff. They go and sit in the corner, and they put their heads down. They just hope and pray that you get tired and you don't want to do it no more. But Jalen Johnson don't get tired. He just going to keep going up and down that court.
He Kevin Gates now.
Yeah, he Kevin Gates with it.
No, I like that
We
pick.
saw how the Lakers guard last night, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and the Hawks can do a good job of just turning the Lakers over too. Mm-hmm. Again, they like to make a lot of home run passes. He can get some easy ones in transition too.
Mike, for you kind of got the same philosophy a little bit, going with Amin Thompson, points more, 18.5 against another team that struggles a little bit on the defensive side of the basketball, which is the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, especially in the transition area too, and we know that's where a man can kind of just thrive, getting downhill, and nobody's really there to stop him in the paint. So I think he's good for this one. Yeah,
I think also you're getting the Rockets at a time where they're going to be feisty.
Yeah.
You know, Ime Udoka is probably getting on them a lot. They just had a very nasty loss to the Kings. Probably already frustrated because apparently the report was they couldn't find a hotel, so they had to drive from San Francisco to Sacramento on the day of the game, and then had a loss. That just all sounds bad. So they're gonna come into against the Bulls ready to take some heads off. Mm-hmm. So how you feel about blowout potential here? Because I know that the Bulls just got some bad luck. To get the Rockets with all of this going on, they about to take out some anger on y'all.
Yeah, I'm hoping at least Amen, especially in the first half, is one of those guys that's kind of just tearing the rim down and just getting to the paint. If he can stack it up fast, I feel really good.
For me, I'm going with Zeke Naji out there with the Denver Nuggets. 8.5 points. I'm going more against the Pelicans. Zeke Naji has been playing some of the best basketball of his career. I think this is gettable. And I think the Pelicans are another one of those teams that don't really defend well.
Yeah.
And if he could take advantage like he's been able to do in some of the past games, he's had a lot of games with a lot more than 8.5. Him and Peyton Watson, who's been the player of the week this week, congrats to him. They've been hooping, and I've been liking some of this from Zeke Naji. I think the Denver Nuggets have been waiting on this version of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it seems like he's definitely rejuvenated himself. Yeah. And probably when Jokic and Valanciunas come back, he might be a solid rotational player for them now.
Yeah, I like that. So, man, those are our pick set for tonight. We're more and more. We'll be back after this word.
NBA Slice picks are available every Thursday and Friday until December 30th. They basically lower a player's stats to make it more likely to hit. For those who haven't checked out DraftKings Pick 6 just yet, there's an exclusive offer waiting for you. Right now, new DraftKings customers can play $5 to get $50 in Pick 6 credits. All you have to do is download the Pick 6 app and use promo code ENJOY when you sign up. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Texas, California, and Missouri. So don't be afraid to get in on the action. Ride the upside with Pick 6.
We talked a little bit about some teams that was kind of disappointing us, Cavs, Lakers, and whatnot. I kind of want to switch gears and talk about the Clippers, man. I've been really enjoying the Clippers. I think they won 10 out of the last 12. They had another really good game last night, beating a young, hungry Hornets team who showed up to play. But Kawhi, over that span, since like December 20th, specifically, I looked up yesterday, Kawhi is averaging like 35 or 32 and a half, 7.5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He's shooting 50, 40, 90 in that span. We just saw James Harden last night was killing them. This team looks like they are getting back into that direction of being the team that we expected. John Collins, as of late, has been giving them some really good production. I am liking this slow build up back into the playoff picture for the Los Angeles Clippers, considering how rough of a start they had.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they all bought into what Tyler was saying, is that we're going to erase the first half of the season, and we're going to start fresh, and we're going to start our own thing. And somehow or another, that has worked for this team, and they've somehow or another bought into the idea of that we can still make ourselves a competitive team because there's a lot of basketball left to be played. We don't, and that's one thing a lot of teams I do think get wrapped up in the NBA is that you sometimes write it off too soon. And like it seemed like the Clippers saying like, hey, we ain't got nothing to play for. We ain't got no picks. Our pick goes to the Pelicans. Right? It goes to the Pelicans, right?
What?
The Clippers pick. No, it goes to the
OKC.
Thunder. OKC. Yeah. So like we ain't got that pick. So we might as well just try to compete. So Ty Lue said, hey, wipe that away. Let's go ahead out here and let's try to put our best foot forward. Kawhi Leonard has fully bought into that. He's been playing at an all-NBA level ever since that has happened. And we just haven't seen this version of Kawhi in the regular season in a long time. So I'm just very happy that we're getting to see it at full throttle every game on a game-by-game basis, except for when he plays Jaylen Brown. He's been amazing.
You had to throw that shade on him like that. But, yeah, I've really been enjoying Kawhi. This is, again, I'm glad you mentioned the regular season because it always feels like we knew that Kawhi was the guy that was going to play maybe like 50 games. He's going to sit out some games. He's going to rest. He's going to do all this type of stuff and load management. But they need him to be even remotely competitive. Without him, they're just not the same team. And now you're getting the Kawhi that we would see in the playoffs where it's like, man, some nights he just don't miss.
Yeah.
And then defensively, he still can just give you a big push. Is, again, even with him being up there in age, that he is one of the biggest I think like X factors if they can get into the playoffs and you look at him and he's healthy, it's like he could do damage to the playoffs. I don't want to go against Kawhi in the playoffs.
They're 1.5 games now back from the 10th seed. This was a team that was down there with the Pelicans. They was in the mud with the Pelicans. Now they are 1 game away from the 10th seed. That's just a crazy turnaround.
Yeah, like the fact that they are also a team that are going to be probably buyers, it just leaves them in such a good shape. And again, Zubac missed time. He's back now. Kobe Sanders, young guys like that contributing. I think, when Darrick Jones Jr. returned, this team is even going to have even more length and size for defense. I love the mindset of kind of erasing the first half because the season is so long that if you map out a plan to get back to the success that you want, just erase everything. It's just like a game. Sometimes you watch the film and evaluate. Some film you just throw in the trash.
It is probably it's easy too to really get discouraged when you look at where they kind of were at the bottom and you look all the way at the top and OKC's doing their thing and Denver's doing their thing and Rockets. But if you kind of just look at the window of out of the playoffs and maybe the 10th spot and the 9th spot, like they're not that crazy far off. So if you kind of just take it one game at a time and you work your way back up, hey, now we kind of do got a chance to make the playoff spot. So I think it was always a game by game thing. Again, we love the fact that it's 82 games. It's 82 games for a reason that you have this time to kind of make stuff up. But again, the plan is really just get to the playoffs. I think that's a goal for a lot of teams that start off like this. Is let's just get to the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and then they shouldn't like the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies are in a position where the Grizzlies are probably going to fall out.
Yeah,
and also the Portland Trailblazers. I think that's a team that they can also leave. So now we're looking at them being an AC with the competing with the Warriors, and then like shit. I can't say the 7th seed is too far out the window when you talk about the Rockets. The Rockets ain't looking too sexy either.
Yeah, let's talk about the Rockets.
If they fell all the way to 7, when this is supposed to be one of the top 4 teams in the conference.
So you off the Rockets?
No, I'm not off the Rockets. I think they just went through a stretch where they had to play without Sengun for a long time. And Sengun is such a big part of what this team does. He's literally like the engine. He's kind of like the engine of this offense, especially when you talk about having someone else down the stretch of games that they rely on outside of Kevin Durant to create. He's just such a big part of what they do. And also he's just such a great passer and facilitator that it's hard. I think they didn't know how to play without Sengun. And that's kind of hard to do. Because like they don't really have anything to replace him.
I think they miss Fred, man. I mean, they definitely miss Sengun too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's starting tonight. This is going to be his first game back, and I think in like a week and a half or so, which is what they went through this like really tough skid. But I think not having him was just such a big hole in their lineup. And Steven Adams just can't replace what Sengun does. You want what Steven Adams gives you in spurts. You don't want to have to rely on Steven Adams.
I like the offensive rebounding tactic and things like that. But when I look at this team, and I'm looking towards the playoffs, they're going to be a playoff team. I think people are overreacting. Yeah. The Suns are better, and people don't like Kevin Durant, so it's something to run with. Even now, in between our break of episode, somebody said something about KD in a yesterday's post of something I tweeted about, and some dude, and Pierre, he likes KD, so he's not going to say what happens with KD. And I'm like, what happens with KD?
Nothing happens.
Yeah, what happens with KD?
I don't even know what they're getting at. Talking about what happened.
No, I'm saying like he's saying something happens when KD goes to teams because the Rockets are on a 3-game losing streak or something.
Every team goes on a losing streak.
Every team I see KD on, they get better.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen KD leave teams and they just miraculously become something that the Suns are playing really well, and I'll give credit to the Suns there. But did Kevin Durant leave the Nets and they started to kill or something that I didn't know about?
No. And also the Suns' success is...
Did Kevin Durant leave the Warriors and they got better?
You should just enjoy the Suns' success for what it is. It has nothing to do with Kevin Durant leaving.
Yeah, because if the Suns had some of the shit that they got now...
With Kevin Durant?
They would have been...
Yeah, they would be very happy.
Mark Williams was a great pickup. Jordan Ott seems like they wouldn't have him because he was traded.
Yeah. But do you had that core team that y'all have now with Kevin Durant?
Figured out the Bradley Beal situation.
Yeah, y'all would have been happy
people mad because they got rid of Dylan Brooks instead of Jabari now. Like, they wish the Rockets would have ended up keeping DB and trading away one of these one of these other younger guys.
But then if they would have been on a 3-game losing streak, then they would have won to Jabari.
Yeah.
So fuck out of here. Yeah, on a 3-game losing streak. I still think the Rockets are going to be a really good team and a tough playoff team. I just look at them as the contender thing I may take a step back on. I think they're still really good. I think they're still really talented. I do think that guard play is going to come up big in the playoffs. They just need a little bit more variance and layers in the offense. So
because I don't think Amen is there yet. Amen's offensive game, he is good at what he does, but he doesn't have enough layers offensively to where I think he could be like a super huge difference maker. Because like his game is getting downhill, getting to the rim, and like he's really good at that. But like also in the playoffs, the game slows down. You got to be able to do the other things.
It's
like,
the half-court offense where they struggle the most.
And I think teams will be able to game plan on that.
Yeah, for what he does.
And
So like once he's gonna continue to evolve as a player, and eventually those weaknesses will become strengths, and he'll be able to do all that stuff. So like it's just he's still developing.
I was just thinking about this too, because again, it's a long season.
We got breaking news: Anthony Davis will miss several months after undergoing surgery on his left hand. But Mavericks are still not ruling out trading him this season.
I also saw a report that teams are interested in him due to his surgery. So
it's gonna be a weird situation. Like
also,
a team,
if I'm a team, I don't.
Mavericks having renewed Anthony Davis trade talks with multiple teams. Potential return timeline would allow him to return during playoffs. That is from Shams Charania.
Okay. I wonder if that's
a big gamble.
No, because listen, I can convince myself if I ran a team on this. I'm going to use the Anthony Davis injury as even more leverage to get his ass for nothing.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not giving you anything.
If I'm the Raptors, or who are the other teams that would link to him?
It was like the Raptors.
The first team that I kind of thought about is just like, if we can get this man for the low,
Bulls.
I thought about Boston. If you could get him.
Okay, throw Boston in.
And again, like you missing Tatum already too. Hopefully he can come back somewhat.
He's coming back.
If you're already surviving out East right now and you don't really need Anthony Davis to survive to get into the playoffs and feel good about yourselves, he can come back. And again, you're looking at that as like a cherry on top. We just added Anthony Davis to the mix.
And Jason Tatum.
Yeah, so it's one of the teams I thought about.
But that's the perfect team that now I just don't know contractually.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Because
it's Anthony Simons.
It's not enough money.
Yeah, I know. I just know he is a starting piece just because he makes $27 million this year. And then I don't know about the rest of their contracts.
It's gonna have to be a bunch of little pieces because again, you're not gonna want to give up Darrick White
or Brown or Tatum.
Yeah, and those are the other really big contracts you got.
Yeah, so they probably just can't make it happen.
It had to be like Pritchard.
Or I don't think that happens because they got him on a cheap deal.
Let's pull up.
I think he would have seen.
Pull up fans.
It can't happen, guys. I'm telling you. If y'all don't want to give up Darrick White, you're not getting this trade to happen.
Yeah.
We got something called second apron. And, I don't even know if this...
Unless they finna run out there with 4 players.
So they got $27 million from Anthony Simons. They can go $10 million from Sam Hauser. And then it'll have to be a bunch of small deals because I don't...
But, they got like
Richards
8
only making
people.
7.
They got like 9 people making $2 million.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of people just on minimum deals. And
and you talking about it had to be a bunch of smaller contracts.
No, they don't got no contract.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's probably why he hasn't been linked to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I were a team like the Celtics, how you just described them to be, and this injury does happen and it lowers the price for me now to just expire in some seconds, I'll find a way to convince myself on Anthony Davis for that. If I ain't got to move mountains. Now, if I'm the Celtics and I got to trade Darrick White and all that shit, then no, we not into it. But if I'm the Raptors, I guarantee the Raptors going to be like, hey, y'all want Quickly?
Yeah. Y'all want Quickly and Jakob Poeltl?
Y'all want Quickly? Yeah, you're Quickly and Jakob Poeltl. And I think the Mavericks are going to say hell no because
both of them just signed extensions.
Yeah, if that's the case, I would just keep Anthony Davis. They probably won't expiring. So, I don't know if that becomes R.J. Barrett and some stuff all of a sudden.
Yeah. They might accept RJ and Jakob. They might. Just because RJ only has 2 years left.
What were
Didn't Jakob just sign? How long was Jakob still?
Oh, Jakob's 5 years. You got him for a long time.
Damn, it's a 5-year deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good on that, man.
Now I'm kind of curious of what teams.
We'll be interested in AD.
Maybe the Bucks are still desperate enough to just say fuck it. Yeah. Kyle Kuzma, Kevin Porter Jr., and here or Bobby Porters or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bucks. Anthony Davis and Giannis on paper sound good. I just wonder how. It's always just the games played for Anthony Davis. That's always the thing. Defensively, that front court sounds nasty. I just wonder what they would look like.
What the starting lineup be if Miles Turner would
I
have to be
forgot
in that
Miles
deal?
Turner's on the roster.
Because you're going to have you have Giannis, AD, and Miles Turner.
Yeah,
You
they
got
all
Giannis
can't-
at the
I don't
three.
think they all gonna play together.
Ooh, boy, that paint going to be clogged up with Giannis and Anthony Davis.
Yeah. I mean, luckily Miles Turner feels comfortable
Yeah.
outside of the perimeter or whatnot. I guess, we just talked about,
You're going to have Giannis guarding on the perimeter.
we were talking about the Rockets a bit. I think they need Fred. I think they're still a good team. What are y'all percentages what are y'all viewpoint on the Rockets? Are they still contenders to y'all, or do y'all think they're just a tough playoff outing and they'll
A
build
tough
the next
playoff
year?
outing. It's hard for me to get the contender at this point. Kevin Durant is really good, and the team is still pretty good. It's just like they are still missing that guard play, and I think down the stretch of games you can kind of see it because like teams just kind of just send everybody at Kevin Durant and say someone else beat us. They don't really have, especially when Sengun wasn't there.
Yep.
They really was just like, bet crunch time, KD, we are not. We want everybody else to do something with this basketball other than you.
And Kevin Durant is like, he don't always take the shots that you just like. Sometimes you just like, you know what, force it, get your shot up. But he's
MPJ.
willing. But he's one of the guys that's like, you know what, I'm gonna consistently pass, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's just like, I think there's a certain aggression level that you would sometimes want for Kevin Durant. On the, I guess, bright side to this, looking at a team that's trying to contend and everything, and maybe they do take a step back from that just because they're a younger team that's still figuring it out. But I'd much rather them have to go through the struggles now than we get to the postseason. Now we figure out we got to do something about this half-court offense. So, again, I think it's give or take. It's a long season. Maybe they can, again, with Sengun, they can start figuring it out. But, yeah, I'm a little off of them in terms of, like, how far they can go.
I had a feeling this when Fred went down. I had a feeling this might be like a.
I tried to
little
convince
bridge
myself that they could do by committee.
year. Yeah, but it is. You're definitely seeing that it's a lot harder said than done. A lot easier said than done.
A team that I'm like really loving though, and kind of buying into again. The Minnesota Timberwolves, man.
They've been
They continue
really
to
good.
shock you every year.
Every
they
year,
lose
bro.
something in their lineup, and you be like, it's gonna be rough for them to make up for Nikhil being gone. You see Nikhil leaving and he thriving, but the Minnesota Timberwolves, they still thriving. They still doing their thing, and it's just like Rudy Gobert has been an amazing defensive anchor for them, and
Anthony Edwards looks like a top 5 player in the NBA.
yeah, no, the way he iced out that game against San Antonio the other day, closing it out with that blowback by Vic. He also had a few sidestep. He had a sidestep 3 also late in that game to get on the lead. And
That dude is incredible, man.
no, he is. Anthony Edwards has been amazing.
I think he's creeping his way into MVP combos, him and Jaylen Brown.
Do you think you see the reports that Minnesota could be linked to Ja?
I did see that.
Do you like that? I kind of like. So my thoughts when I first seen this is I think it could be a good fit. Like I'm talking about just the backcourt, but I think it would have to come to some assurance that the Timberwolves are thinking like we are okay with taking a step back again this year because you're gonna have to give something up to get Ja,
yeah,
just
it's
even
gonna have to be Nas
contractually.
Reed.
Like
Yep.
yeah, and I feel like they're not gonna be. You just got a hole in the roster at that point. Like you still have to complete your roster. So I think it would be more of a long term and willing to commit to like, okay, maybe not this year, but maybe we got it next year. And the year like this is gonna set us up. But they're so good now. I don't even know if they want to take that commitment.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people always say fit wise, they don't know how Ant and Ja work. Anthony Edwards can shoot the lights out the ball. He's one of the best shooters in the league.
He likes it off the bounce, though.
He does, but I think he also wouldn't mind being able to get a
Get a couple
easy ones
easier
off the
shots.
catch.
Yeah.
So like I think
But does he want it to be harder to get to the basket because everybody's sagging off of Ja Morant?
he plays with Rudy and Julius Randle.
And now,
that would add
you would
another-
add
yeah.
another Ja Morant.
Yeah.
And I think Julius Randle shooting the ball better than fucking Ja right now.
No, but
Yo,
I still
hell
think
yeah.
like schematically teams will still probably be like we'll still live with that.
Yeah, but they're going to live more off of Ja
Off
Morant.
of Ja, yeah.
Based off how he's shooting right now.
Yeah.
20%
And that's
from
back to
three.
the point. Regardless of wherever the hell Ja goes, he gotta shoot the damn ball
But
better.
the thing I would be intrigued on is I do think the next team that Ja goes to, he's going to look different. I'm not saying he's going to go back to MVP, face of the league, Ja Morant, those conversations, but I don't think he's going to be 40% from the field, Ja Morant, that's disinterested. I think you'll get a Ja Morant that's going to come in with a chip on the shoulder, a new opportunity, a new situation. Don't let it be a team like the Timberwolves. And we winning. It's a situation I could come right into and just like make
a playoff
statements
team?
and be a playoff team. Are you shitting me? Oh man, that is the type of shit that would convince me. But you hit it on the head for me where they're winning.
Mm-hmm.
They looking great right now. So do you want to fuck all that up for a potential? I don't know. Because when you start winning in this league and you showing the shaping of a team that can make another run after back-to-back Western Conference appearances, I don't know if you can risk that for some trying to be too big.
I love how just NBA is so up and down or whatever. Like you
lose 3 games.
You lose 3 games. Like,
The Rockets, oh no, they're not contenders.
Win 4 games in a row.
Oh man, these motherfuckers can go far.
That's how quick it just be changing.
How do you feel? Do you think your Lakers how far do you think your Lakers are going to go in the playoffs?
I think they're a first round exit.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's miraculous that like Luka is just carrying or also the backcourt is just doing their thing.
Defensively, they get those points right back up though.
Yeah, we're gonna get messed up. We literally, I can see the same. Last year, we literally had Rudy Gobert give us 20 points, like 20-20 game.
Yeah.
This is Rudy Gobert. So it's just like we still have a lot of centers that we would have to go through to get deep into the playoffs.
Y'all actually would play them, the Timberwolves, if the playoffs started today.
And the Timberwolves, I would probably take to spank them again. The
Yeah.
Timberwolves swept them last year, right?
Wasn't it
Was it? I thought we had
4-1?
one. I thought we had
okay.
I think the
one.
Lakers got one. But
Okay.
it might have been a sweep, though. I don't remember. But, yeah, I think they would still win convincingly.
Me too. Me too. I'm looking at the Anthony Davis report, just trying to make sure ain't nothing else added.
It was 4-1.
4-1. Okay.
Minnesota, yeah, beat them again.
I've also been liking the Toronto Raptors. Elijah Martin is starting to get some minutes out of their rotation.
Yeah, Jamal Shead has been amazing.
I know they had a
this
tough
year.
loss to the Sixers last night, but
Hey, you know, also again, speaking against last night with the Nets game, who the hell did the Nets go against?
The Mavericks.
The Mavericks, yeah, they did.
Cooper Flag.
You know how they have the rule now? It's the Reggie Miller. You just can't kick your legs.
MPJ got the 4-point play.
hey, it might be the unfair rule to MPJ because he one of them dudes that literally
Always
kicks his legs.
out, and that was going to be a nice big
He
time
had,
4-point play.
I think he had 2 of them where he got called for an offensive foul, and it's like, bro, that's his normal shot.
That is.
where he's
I
kicking
was
his
thinking the
legs.
same thing.
Shot.
I was going to tweet it, but I'm like, maybe I'm being biased. This is my dog. But I don't know. Those are
He
like
was
4-point
kicking his
plays to
legs
me.
out far, but he does
he
it on
always
open
does,
jump shots.
yeah.
So it's like they kind of take it away from him a little bit. But I can
think
see
they
it.
kind of just, maybe the rest don't know that's his normal shot.
They got to know, man.
They
That
probably
boy
just
been
in the heat of the moment just always view it as a foul.
Yeah,
Which I understand.
'Cause it's-
I do hate when people kick their leg out.
it's not a natural.
Shooting motion.
Yeah.
But he jumps so high.
There's
Like
go ahead.
The elevation that he get on his jump shot, his legs naturally just swing out a little bit.
The NBA's next 7 stars to be traded after the Trae Young deal. This is a article I stumbled across by Ricky O'Donnell over at SB Nation. Shout out to you, Ricky. I want y'all to tell me y'all thoughts. The first name on this list, Ja Morant, who we just kind of talked about. When could he be traded? The trade deadline or the summer of 2026? Teams interested: Sacramento Kings, Chicago Bulls, Toronto Raptors. Thoughts?
Well, Josh probably
concerns?
getting traded in the next upcoming weeks.
Yeah, you can always tell by how aggressive the reports start to flow out. When the reports they be like, "Oh, we're interested," okay, take it smooth.
When there's reports saying that Ja Morant can no longer finish his career in Memphis, he's almost, they already packed his bags for him.
Yeah.
What are the teams that y'all want to see Ja Morant on the most?
I like either Miami or I would say I'm gonna say the Timberwolves again. I think a lot of the other teams that I don't really like the idea of just like let's reset, let's get Ja and just go that way. I like the addition of adding Ja to a team.
Yes, and I think Miami will be decent. Milwaukee has been linked as well. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think that would be fun. Him and Giannis Antetokounmpo together, and yeah, those are probably my 2 favorites because I definitely don't want him in Sacramento.
The next person on the list, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Speaking of the Bucks, when could he be traded? Summer 2026. Teams interested: Miami Heat, New York Knicks, Houston Rockets, Hawks, Thunder. Now, recently, Giannis came out and said that he's never going to request a trade ever. How much stock
Bobby
do
Portis
y'all?
had a quote about that.
Okay,
Actually.
what did Bobby
He
say?
said that it kind of relieved the pressure off the team His quote was, "When you lose a game in Milwaukee, you feel it. When you lose a few in a row, you really feel it. The expectation here always has been championship. It's never just about making the playoffs, so every loss weighs heavy on us." So this is pretty much him saying that every time that when they're in these losing spouts and them being in a losing situation, that pretty much Giannis, he eased the Bucks players' minds when he said that. That's what he was alluding to. And I guess that made some vibes in the locker room a little bit better. Knowing that Giannis would never request a trade.
How much stock do y'all put in that? Or do y'all look at it as face value, or do y'all look at it as he won't request a trade but the Bucks will still trade him? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I feel like it's just, I don't take it at face value. Like, I think he could say that, and under the table he could kind of be telling his agent and telling front office other things and trying to maintain an image. So I wouldn't take it at face value.
Yeah, because he's also, when all these reports was coming out, he's also the person that said that he's not requesting a trade, that his agent is. So at that point, Giannis just talks to us like we idiots sometimes.
The next one, I could see them like really trying to get him. The one that made the Thunder. I'm trying to see what that just looks like.
Yeah, I know.
Again, it's just like matter of fact, I don't want to see what that looks like. Don't let them get richer.
What would be your favorite team to see Giannis on? If he were to get traded, Bucks fans, I have no problem with Giannis staying his whole career in Milwaukee. We're just playing the game.
The Knicks wouldn't be a bad fit. I honestly
Would you
wouldn't
trade
mind
Jalen Johnson for him?
No.
No, they don't have enough to trade for Jalen Johnson to feel confident. I feel like.
Yeah, if I'm in Atlanta, I would just stick with Jalen Johnson.
You gonna do what first?
He's about to say he's gonna ride it out.
Also, I wouldn't mind the Cavs. I really like the Cavs idea. If the Bucks were willing to, for whatever reason, take on a package of Darius Garland and Jared Allen.
Well, they're not doing that shit. They're gonna ask you from Evan Mobley. Would you trade Evan Mobley for Giannis?
Yeah, if I compare him with Donovan Mitchell, yeah.
So you would then have something like. Do you still got Garland, or do they put Garland and Mobley?
I think they would want Garland in the trade because
But motherfucker, we're giving you Mobley.
we giving you They're gonna say we giving you Giannis.
True. No other team is giving you Mobley though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a damn. That's
The
a
Knicks
damn
damn sure ain't giving you no for Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
Who else is on here? The Rockets, the Thunder. The Thunder ain't giving you an Evan Mobley. The Rockets damn near don't want to give you a Man Thompson.
Yeah. So the Cavs, I know, was the Cavs on that list that you said?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that was just my personal list. I think that Giannis Antetokounmpo will make a beautiful Cavalier.
Next person is Zion Williamson. When could he be traded? Summer 2026. Teams interested. He says, who knows? But Miami Heat, Los Angeles Clippers, Chicago Bulls, Brooklyn Nets.
Hey, come to Chicago, baby. I like the Chicago fit, honestly.
For what? What would you give up?
Patrick Williams,
They don't want that.
Dalen Terry.
Don't want that.
Bro, what? You said two things that ain't got no value.
And Kobe White.
Okay. What else?
That's it.
What team would you like to see him on, Mike?
Zion's
always tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm gonna keep it with the Heat again. I think the Heat are just one of them teams that they're.
What the fuck he play at on the Heat? Bam and Khalil Ware?
Yeah,
Khalil Ware come off the bench or something, or is he in the trade?
he would have. No,
I wouldn't trade Khalil Ware.
They would probably ask for him though.
Either.
But again, I'm just looking at Miami as one of them teams. They just want to start so bad. And again, I think they buy low on anybody that's.
I'm gonna say us,
Talking about
Knicks?
us as the Knicks.
the Blazers.
Oh,
The Blazers.
I thought you was talking about the Knicks. No, that wouldn't be bad. Just imagine a pick and roll with him and Dame.
but they need some spacing over there.
The space ain't coming back. I told you.
They're coming back.
It's coming. You got to wait till next season. That's what I told you. They biggest
Man, he coming. What injury he had, D-Mills?
and Achilles. That don't stop his shooting.
It don't stop his shooting, but it stop him from being on the court as much. He might miss a back-to-back game. He
Tamani
might miss
Kamara.
him this. Might rest a game.
Didn't Tamani Kamara have like 5 threes the other night? We got spacing.
I also seen games where he hit the 5 threes and he went 0 for a 1 for.
But yeah,
Anthony Davis is the next guy. Where y'all want to see him at?
Toronto.
I
I
think
actually like the idea of Toronto. just because they don't have a center. There's a big center void, and they said that he might be back for the playoffs. So, boom, you have your center for the playoffs. And it's not like you expect him to play back-to-back. Like, in the playoffs, there's days in between games.
I'm not doing that at what you said. I'm doing that because I read the rest of this list. We got some good shit at the end.
I be feeling bad for my boy Mamu, who be playing a center spot, and he be going against these big guys. It's like, what am I supposed to do?
Michael Porter Jr., who, by the way, I'm hoping is not traded.
The Thunder. I think this is a perfect fit for him, especially when you're talking about a team that's...
The article has Warriors, Pistons, and Bucks.
I like the Pistons, too. I ain't going to lie to you.
The Warriors,
I don't want to see him with the Warriors. The Warriors just don't need... I don't want to see them have
He
anything.
literally wants to run... He wants to be like... He's a perfect fit for their offense, though.
I know. I just want to see them trade Steph. I just don't want to... I just don't like that team.
Man, he going to be there to the end.
He is, but...
They got to make something either... They have to do a trade. They don't really got a choice now. Because it's like, what are we going to sit on our hands while our guy is just doing his thing? They want to compete.
Yeah. It could be the Splash Brothers 2.0.
The next guy on this list, Paolo Banchero.
I honestly have never thought of a Paolo Banchero trade.
I want to see who it is from. Who would want that?
He says too soon to tell.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we had the same thing. Yeah.
Because he said when he could be traded, he said summer 2027. So he's kind of projecting that the Magic run maybe this year and another year, and then they see that it's time to make a move because, I mean, I can see where he's going with this.
Yeah.
Nobody is thinking that the Magic are going to take over in this next 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And this team is so expensive that when you get to that 2027 summer, decisions will have to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of decision is going to have to be made at that point.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's an interesting guy because I kind of just looked at him as a Magic, at least for right now, and I didn't have any thoughts of where he would potentially be. Maybe Chicago, Atlanta, him and Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson sound
Like some
clunky as hell. They gonna be trying to do the same shit.
But yeah,
I think he's gonna be one of those. If it does come down to that, he's gonna be another player where I think a lot of teams are just gonna take. They're gonna be interested because it's talent, but it's just hard to throw him on any team because there's a fit that needs to be there.
Yeah.
The last person on this list, Karl Anthony Towns. When he could be traded, summer 2026, summer 2027, Chicago Bulls, Los Angeles Clippers, Golden State Warriors, Toronto Raptors.
I think depending on this year, that's a real thing.
Me too.
If y'all somehow fall up short, and again, I don't think it can always be an all on one person, but they're looking at the team like, man, we could use a different person at the center spot. They would go that route.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I don't think, unless it's like a 3-team deal, I don't think the Raptors would be involved in this. They don't have a center that it wouldn't be a good. They don't have a front court swap there. Like, I don't know what unless the Knicks are planning on going in free agency again in the center. Because like if you send Cat to the Raptors, you would just be getting back your 2 former players probably. You would just be getting back quickly in RJ because they're not giving you Scotty Barnes and you're not getting Brandon Ingram. Mm-hmm. So like that's why I don't think the Raptors is a realistic option, and I don't think the Knicks want Jakob Poeltl, especially talking about a guy that's dealing with a back injury and he doesn't look the same. So yeah,
we good.
Yeah, I don't honestly, it's hard to find a Cat destination because like the Knicks also don't want to run Mitchell Robinson full time, so they would want another starting quality center that could play the starting position. Unless it's like you go up the street.
Y'all want DeAndre Ayton?
Unless y'all go up the street and somehow or another get Claxton involved in the deal. That might be.
Stop trying to move Claxton. He happy where he at. Y'all ready to get to the real thing of the show?
Mm-hmm.
Most disappointing players.
Yes, this is our all disappointment team. I'm very interested to hear the names that y'all have. I'm gonna let y'all start because I wrote so many names down. I got whatever. Like Valet. I got whatever.
I have Dennis Schroeder on my list. Strictly just because I haven't really been a fan of what he's doing.
You ain't fucking with the energy? Stand on business?
Oh, yeah.
Luka talking shit, so I'm going to come meet you?
Oh, yeah, I fuck with that. But on court product, Hasn't been.
What the fuck were you expecting though?
I expected him to be a very good. From what I saw with Detroit, I expected him to be a very good starting quality guard.
You saw that on a team where he wasn't the starter, and they were a playoff team.
It had some more like structure there.
But also, and then also when the version I saw of him in Brooklyn when he was there, he was hooping. He was doing his thing. That's why he got traded to the Warriors. The Warriors, he was like, oh shit, this ain't work out. Mm-hmm. Then he ended up on the Pistons, and that worked out. So he had a good year last year. It was just that Warriors stint was really bad. And I figured that the version that we saw in Brooklyn, we could have seen that in Sacramento. But this team is a lot different, and it's just like he just don't really fit with this team.
Yeah.
The connections isn't there. Kind of really wasn't a fan of it from the begin with, but I thought for whatever reason he would still be able to make it work, and it just doesn't work for him.
Yeah.
Also had his teammate Malik Monk on here. I would have never thought coming into the season that Malik Monk would be getting DMPs and out of the rotation. And
that's why I say it's a lot of going on over there. So it's like I can't even put it all on.
Being a Kings fan got to be fucking crazy. Marcellus Howard, how you be doing it, bro?
I don't know.
How you be doing it?
Because like Malik Monk was a guy that was a 1-2 punch down the stretch of games with De'Aaron Fox, making big plays, hitting big shots.
Part of the reason why they went back to the playoffs.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he just getting DMPs. That shit just doesn't even make sense. And the whole reason they playing him now is just so he can increase his trade value. Someone could trade for him. I don't think this is just a coincidence that we're close to the trade deadline.
In my Nets series, I had him get traded to the Cavs, and he helped them. They went to the finals.
Mm-hmm. He will help a team. He's a guy that, again, is not afraid of the big moment, and he's used to having the ball down the stretch. And, again, he did that with De'Aaron Fox, who just won Clutch Player of the Year not too long ago.
I think it's something about the ability to create your own shot, but then also being able to play off of somebody and spot up. Yeah. He was doing that with y'all. He'd get it on a fast break, bring it up, get in his bag. Mm-hmm. But then he had plays where Russ was creating an opportunity for him. And I just think that type of versatility as a shooter is dope. Very J.R. Smith-esque.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I wasn't expecting Dennis Schroeder, though, but that is a good name. One guy that I was pretty high on coming into this season, I think he won like Summer League MVP, Kyle Filipowski. He literally could not miss in Summer League, and it felt like he would be a really good addition to the Jazz team, who had a lot of bright spots, but he has just not been it at all, really. Yeah. I mean, he looks really average, like if that. Just disappointed that he did not have no type of breakout, which I kind of projected. It's been more so the Keontae George show.
Yeah, I can agree. He definitely just looks out of place on that team.
And there was some hope that he was, after that rookie year, would be a little bit more cemented as the core, because you saw the struggles with Cody Williams and Taylor Hendricks. Did y'all see Jalen Williams standing up for his brother and saying plus minus is like stat?
No, I didn't.
But hey, I ain't gonna lie, minus 60 is insane.
Yeah. Was it minus? I thought it was 40.
It was minus 60p.
What the fuck?
I'm talking about like that. Go look at the box score and just look at the minus 60. I have never seen some shit like that before. It just don't even look right. They literally was outscoring him outscoring the other team or the Jazz by 2 points every time he was on the court. Every minute he was on the court.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some of his shit. He's in the 5th percentile offensively. Like you go to his profile's all red.
Yeah, I actually like Cody Williams coming out of college.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. I thought he would be a great.
And even if I don't like a player, it ain't never personal. I just may not like your game, or I might like somebody else's more. But one thing I never have done in my life is root for somebody to fail. I don't benefit from Cody Williams not being a good NBA player. So I'm not watching games for any player in the world like, please miss the layup, please, please, please get blown by, please don't box out your assignment, please fail. Miss these free throws so you can just be trash. I'm not doing that. What the fuck does it do for me?
Yeah.
But I actually had Taylor Hendricks on here.
Okay, I like that.
But I'm going to just say the Jazz in general. Because you have the Cody Williams stuff going on, because he just mentioned Kyle Filipowski, because I got Taylor Hendricks, it's hard to say the Jazz as a whole, so I'm going all three of them Jazz players, because on the other hand, Keontae George took a big stride. Walker Kessler looked really well before he went down with his injury. You love everything that you get from Larry Markkinen, obviously, and then Isaiah Collier, I think, doesn't get enough credit. He's having a really good year. Walter Clayton.
Ace Bailey has just been hurt.
He
really I think he's dealing with a hip injury. So it's like, it's hard to gauge what's going on with him.
The judgment is still out there on how we evaluate him because he's been hurt. My real first thing, Bilal Coulibaly, man. I was a believer in Bilal. And I'm not.
He's shown sometimes it's like, okay, I can see where I was, where my thoughts was and where I think he can, project to be. And then other times it's like, okay, yeah, I'm not excited as I once was.
I just think that he has no offensive identity. Yeah. That's my biggest thing from Bilal. I think he can give you a lot defensively with the length and the size and those abilities. But when you talk about a team like Washington, who is continually adding young talent every year, and I want to highlight that word young. That's not a metaphor either for Trae Young. They're adding young talent. But the NBA is about youth.
Yep.
And your time starts to click very fast. Because now, hypothetically speaking, let's say we go into the draft and this team gets A.J. DeBonsa. Where the fuck does that leave Bilal Coulibaly? Now you're talking about a bench piece who once was a guy that, they had hopes of being a starter and being a part of the rotation. You already kind of run into that now because you have the emergence of Keyshawn George and what he's been able to do this year and some of the spurts that he's had. Yeah, it's just tough for me to get all the way hip to the potential of Bilal like I once was. And I was ecstatic when they drafted him. I felt like he could have been he was a nice pick. That would have been the pick I would have took, a nice steal. You mold this young, rangy center and try to get him into being some type of 3-and-D.
Yeah, I wonder if the Wizards feel a little bit like hesitant just because they just seen Denny go and it's just like, oh, he just blossomed. And
he ain't showing shit that Denny showed.
Yeah.
He ain't showing shit at all that Denny showed at all. He went from 8 points to 12. Now he's back down to 10.
Yeah, the most value I'm looking at him is for defense. They had a
he's
win
really good defensively.
not too long ago. They had a really big win against somebody. They ended up winning the game, but it's just like
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, it's like he's getting stops on the defensive end when you really need him most in that fourth quarter when you're trying to close it out. And just like that's why I can really see his value as that wing, a versatile wing. But
that was one of the games that make them look at him.
Yeah,
and make me look at him to have the expectation to be disappointed. He had 14 points in that game, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals.
Yep. I remember he got a clutch steal towards the end of the game.
That's the game you're looking for from Bilal on a consistent basis. Obviously, he's not getting 5 steals a fucking night. But you want him to be able to add in 14 points, contribute on the glass, knock down a shot or two. He went 4 of 8 from the – or is this the same game? Or is that the 2 of 5? He went 2 of 5 from 3, 7 of 14 from the field. You know what I mean? That's the typical game that you would have been looking for at this point of his career, and it feels like he's treading backwards offensively, still keeping that defensive presence up. But yeah, as a team that's solidifying Sarr, they have George. They now went out and got Trae Young. You're about to have another pick, and you got Trey Johnson. That's already 5 names right there.
Yeah.
So I look at him, and I look at Bob Carrington. I look at those guys like, man, this is a year where they needed to cement themselves a bit because this upcoming season, you added Darren Peterson, A.J. DeBonsa, Cam Boozer, one of these guys at your position, you might not be on this team again.
Yeah, I actually had Bob Carrington on my list as well. And I feel a little bit for him just because I think that he has like one of the hardest roles to kind of fill, which is like the guy that's kind of been like a shot creator and a scorer or whatever, but he's got to mold into the point guard and be all that. So again, I want to give him just a little bit of like
grace.
A little bit of grace and just more time too. But as of right now, he has been disappointing. At least even scoring the ball, it has been disappointing.
I also want to say every player that's on my all disappointment list, it's not that they're necessarily the worst players in the NBA, or it's not sometimes not even their fault. It's just that the situation is materializing into something a little disappointing. So, like for me, I'll give this example. My next guy is Jaden Ivey.
Yep.
Now, I understand Jaden Ivey is coming off of an injury, and he's not playing necessarily the worst basketball I've ever seen. But with Detroit being a playoff team, the contract situation that he's up against, for him to come out after his injury and give us 8-2-2, it's a little disappointing. And again, it's not me blaming him. It's just that in my mind, my expectation was he would be able to contribute to some of the success at a much larger scale. And now it's going to put them in a state of flux of what do they do financially? How do they handle this finance? Like, what is his value? What do you even pay
because I
him?
think before he came back and we really kind of seen him on this team, there was the idea that he still had a lot of upside to him. So it's like we still haven't seen it yet. So there's still that potential. But right now, he's just struggling to score the ball, which is probably one of his highest attributes.
Yep.
And again, if you're not going to be that main guy, you have to be able to shoot the damn ball.
Yeah.
I don't even know what his percentage is at,
And it's 35%.
which isn't the worst in the world. But again, it's like
45, 34, 81 splits.
it comes down to volume and how you're taking them. If I'm just taking these threes because I'm dead open and I barely even want to take them, I'm not considering you a good shooter or a 35 to 40% shooter. It's a lot of context that comes to it. But again, for this team, he's not. They need the offensive punch, and he just hasn't been that. I think defensively he's starting to buy in a lot, but for the fifth pick? You need more from that.
Yeah, another guy I have on my list is Dyson Daniels. And coming off an MIP season, me personally, I had high expectations, especially offensively. I was the one in the advocates
He
that
didn't
thought,
win MIP, did he? You're just a candidate.
It says MIP 1.
He won MIP? Damn, I didn't remember that. Okay.
Next to his name, it says MIP 1.
That means he won. I'm
yeah.
saying, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You're reading it. I'm just asking it.
Yeah, no, but yeah, coming off of that season, he averaged 14 points a game, 3 steals. This year, he's at 11 points a game and only getting you two steals. Still a lot of steals, but it still just isn't the same as he was last year. And then also, the 3-point shooting has dropped significantly from 34%, which is almost league average, to now this year he's only shooting 11%.
He still hasn't made a three.
And he's only shooting like 1.5 a game. So he's the offensive leap that I was projecting from him just haven't accumulated at all.
I'm sorry.
And he doesn't even like look at the rim.
I hate to do this, but I'm getting like reports and stuff that we didn't add to some of the conversation we had earlier. The Grizzlies, because I know this is a part of the conversation, the Grizzlies are unlikely to receive any unprotected first-round picks for Ja Morant and are willing to take on bad contracts in hopes of acquiring more young players and draft picks and trade talks. So maybe, who were we talking about? Was it like Emmanuel Quickly or something?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was more so in the Anthony Davis and Dallas talks. But yeah, it seems like they would take on a bad contract for picks.
So they would take on Patrick Williams' contract.
But you would want Ja Morant as a Bulls fan?
Do you want Ja and Josh?
Ja and Josh Giddey backcourt.
That shit sounds
It
terrible.
don't sound good, but
Don't convince yourself. Because he just paid Josh Giddey 100 M. So it's like,
yeah.
The Suns have no desire to involve Jalen Green in any trade discussions. Ja Morant wants to go to Miami per Rachel Nichols. Those were the last fascinating development. The Mavericks are having renewed Davis trade talks with multiple interested teams. If moved to a playoff contender, the return timeline could allow Davis to return during the postseason while establishing himself for long-term elsewhere. It will be fascinating to see how cheap Anthony Davis is on the trade market and what the Mavs can get for him. After seeing the Trae Young trade, it's not crazy to imagine that is what Davis' value is likely right now. Expiring contracts plus something else. I'm telling you, that's the value, is that you get fucking Anthony Davis for nothing.
does it worry you that it's coming back before the playoffs?
No, because like this ain't the Thunder. It ain't any of the teams interested probably aren't contending teams, the Timberwolves or the Nuggets. This is probably a team trying to get in there. The Hornets. If I'm the fucking Hornets, hey, here's Miles Bridges and whatever else, and let's try something. Or if I'm the Raptors, and let's try something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's RJ Barrett, but they like RJ Barrett.
Because I wonder if more teams looking at him for the playoffs or just looking at him as the offseason move. Like, we'll retool that way.
I think it could be a little bit of both depending on how the playoffs go.
Yeah.
But
he's definitely going. Some teams going to call, but I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Davis finishes his season as the Dallas Mavericks.
Anthony Davis responds to recent reports. Y'all better stop listening to all these lies on these apps. He just tweeted that. So now I don't know what the hell to believe.
Yeah,
I wonder what part about these reports are lies.
I don't know. I don't know what to believe at all. I have no idea.
Because we've gotten reports that his trade value has decreased, and then Shams is saying the Dallas Mavericks has reopened the discussions.
Well, no, he can't say anything about value, Anthony Davis, because he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So he has to be commenting on him being made available with the Dallas Mavericks, him undergoing the surgery, him coming back
for the playoffs.
For the playoff, he has to be commenting on something like that. He can't control a report on. Hey, no, that ain't my market. I'll go for 3 first-round picks. How the fuck would you know, Anthony Davis? So he has to be commenting on something like that, which I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to update y'all. And then DeAndre Hunter wants out of Cleveland.
DeAndre Hunter wants out of Cleveland.
Wants out of Cleveland,
bro.
That's actually
they're not like making him of it. He wants out.
Hey, they might have to. He been so bad, and you might as well just bring him up because I know he's on your disappointments. But DeAndre Hunter, for what he was last year,
when I wrote him down on my list, I didn't put any notes or anything because I said once I wrote his name, like, man, Mike was in love with how he was playing basketball last year. That Mike is going to have him on his list.
He is one of the guys that I was thinking about when I was mentioning Six Men earlier, and just like, it's not the most beloved job, but I think it's one of the most important jobs for like a really good team. And it's just one of the staples you need because you need a guy that's going to come off the bench. You know he's going to give you 15 to whatever amount of points. He has been so bad shooting the damn ball. And again, defensively, the Cavs have been just not there. So they need every lick of offensive firepower they can get, from Donovan Mitchell to Garland to DeAndre Hunter to Evan Mobley. They need all of that. DeAndre Hunter has been shooting really bad. And it's a long season, and I thought about it too, where it's just maybe in a month or two, he's back to 40%. He's doing his thing and everything like that. But until then, he's part of the reason why they kind of need to make changes.
Yeah, he is. They were counting on a lot more production from him to the point where they be having Sam Merrill start now.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
And here's another report. People in the Lakers organization haven't been happy with Rich Paul's podcast. It's like,
that's we already
we
knew.
literally just talked about it. It's just common sense. And again, it's just a report. This report could be made. This could be some bullshit. This is from Jovan Buha. We follow each other, but somebody else posted this. He's an NBA reporter and analyst covering the Lakers.
I mean, it only makes sense that they would be frustrated. But honestly, what are you going to do? Tell Rich Paul stop talking?
Exactly. You damn sure can't do that.
Yeah, because it's not like he's a player. So
Hey, they tried to do that with LeVar, didn't they?
Yeah.
They definitely will. They'll try. I don't know how successful
they
it can be.
threaten LeBron?
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can't.
I was gonna say, there's not.
He on a player
nothing
option.
really
He's threatening
do.
them. Say something, and I'll accept that player option right now.
That should have messed their whole day up.
And the sciatica acting up, motherfucker. You be paying $47 million next year for 32 games, bitch. What is y'all talking about?
Said Michael Jordan?
Jordan Addison. Somebody we don't give a fuck about because I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was on my fantasy team and he ain't do shit.
He was on a lot of people's fantasy teams. His ass was getting traded around because he wasn't doing shit. But yeah, man. It's like times where I feel like the trade deadline could slow up because fucking all of that apron shit.
I think the John Morant thing is going to make everything open the floodgates. I don't think it's going to be Trae Young. I think it's going to be John Morant. John Morant's really going to open the floodgates.
The Bucks are showing interest in Miles Bridges.
So are the Lakers. I mean, well, Rich Paul is saying
I don't know
that they should trade for Miles Bridges.
I really feel about Miles Bridges, just whatever. I just do know that his contract is descending, so it's just a valuable contract.
Yeah. I mean, offensively, he would get y'all a punch, but
We need the offense. But we need somebody that's going to defend, go get some rebound.
Y'all crazy, bro.
I didn't realize what I did there, but
What happened?
nothing. Let's just keep going. But
I'm mad I missed.
Oh,
but
man.
the
Don't be.
y'all need
It actually really ain't something to laugh at, if I'm being completely honest.
Y'all just need the defense. And Miles Bridges, he cool, but he doesn't bring that identity defensively that y'all need.
I just don't think he's the right fit. But I'm not happy about
He is athletic. I mean, he does seem like a guy that Luka would play well with, but
Yeah, because he was running down.
yeah.
Yeah. Who else is on your disappointing list?
Lou Dort.
Man, he was the first name I wrote. They finna be boo.
But when I
in
was
the
bringing up,
playoffs.
I was bringing up the MPJ stuff, and I was like, who they gonna get rid of? I said Lou Dort. He said, no, not Lou. I think that was D Mills. It's like, no, not Lou. I'm like, his ass can go.
Shit,
he can go.
He can go now for Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, hell yeah. Get his ass out of there. And then Aiden. Aiden was my
You got anything to say on Dort?
No, I mean, he just can't shoot.
We got a podcast to do, brother. Yeah, Lou Dort is
Lou Dort
just
can't
not.
shoot.
He's
Lou
not.
Dort one of them players. If he shot 40% from three, he might be one of them ones.
Well, when he
just can't
shoots
shoot
40%
shit.
from three, Mike, they win a championship.
He's shooting 38% from the field, 32% from three, 91% from the free throw line, but he takes 0.7 attempts per game. He's obviously a plus on defense. He's just a huge negative on offense.
Yeah, and it just makes it so much harder for Dub and Shea to just operate. Like, talking about a
It's
guy.
only gonna get worse in the playoffs.
Yeah, at some point, teams, it's not just Gap. It's gonna be leave him. We just going and
Which
yeah.
I honestly think they should have did a little bit more last year.
And honestly, that's such a confidence killer. As crazy it may sound, like being left wide open. That does something to you psychologically. Like if teams are just like 5 or 6 feet off of you.
Why did Lou Dort feel like a lifer, but me as a person with common sense is like, why the fuck did I ever think he was a lifer?
Because I think he was.
He felt because they won a championship. He was a big part of it, and it's,
I think it was because he was basically there since the
yeah,
beginning.
and he was there for a long time.
He was, but when you just look at the logistics of a team, they ain't giving up none of them other three anytime soon.
Nope. And again, if you shoot,
Well, I thought the first guys that would have been Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah.
I thought-
Maybe I didn't anticipate Dort giving them a reason to get, because if he don't give them a reason, they probably do.
because I don't think he's in the
the
worst. He's not on the worst contract. Yeah, I mean, it's for
17,
Lou Dort.
maybe.
It's like 17, 18, which is friendly, but it's also one of the contracts that you're okay trading away with
Yeah.
too. So
And when you're already kind of tight on money,
Mm-hmm.
that 17 becomes real valuable to trade. I had Jared McCain on here again. Not disappointment because like of just Jared McCain, but the situation, the
yeah.
injuries that piled up on him.
What you had expected to see.
Yeah,
I kind of had because I like that one too, because again, it's a little bit harder too, because they have a lot of things going on right now with like Tyrese Maxey's doing his thing, VJ's doing his thing. Then they have Quentin Grimes who's acting like kind of like their sixth man too. So it's just hard to kind of get it where you live. I had Scoot Henderson too, and again, it's not from no on-court thing, but it's just like looking at this situation is kind of wondering how things are going to kind of play out for him, especially again when Dame eventually comes back. What are we going to get from Scoot? What is the expectations from Scoot
Yeah,
at
I
this
think
point?
that's why it's hard to kind of put him on a.
Disappointment list. He has
No. Well, yeah, I guess so.
'cause
But
he
I
hasn't
see the
touched court.
context.
I see what
It's
he's
more the
saying.
disappointing
situation,
'cause
not
he was
him
your
entirely.
Third overall pick.
Yeah, for sure. He was
And
third.
You would want him to be out here right now while Dame isn't playing to figure out.
What's his value and
what's the
the
next
future
step?
for him? Yeah.
But now
He hasn't
yeah.
played one game yet. And I don't,
And
because you know his
from what I've
timeline?
seen, I don't think there's really like an update either on like when he's supposed to be returning.
Because again, I think a lot of times when you have a player that's out and they didn't have Dame the year before, like they just got him and now he's just kind of riding the bench until he's back healthy. But like having the opportunity that one of your top guys is out, now you just have the opportunity to get your shots up and really find your rhythm. He hasn't had that luxury, it feels like, yet.
He's supposed to be reevaluated in 2 weeks.
What is his actual injury?
The
That's
calf.
a hamstring.
Oh,
injury.
Hamstring? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
he aggravated it.
Shit.
I don't like that when it's like an explosive athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like we just saw Aaron Gordon re-aggravate his hamstring coming back.
That may be why they taking a sweet time with Scoot.
Yeah, them hamstring injuries ain't nothing to play with.
I never had one, but I can imagine.
I'll throw a couple other guys out there. These guys are teammates, or they're on the same team. I mean, it's a
that's
Pacers.
teammates on the same team.
It's-
Benedict Mathurin and who else? Nimhart,
No,
Jarris Walker,
I put Jarris Walker. I also put Ben Shepherd.
Ben Shepherd.
Ben Shepherd again. I thought he had a really good playoff moments during the run last year.
Yeah, he had really good moments
And
for them
with
in the playoffs.
Tyrese out, there's just opportunity there. And again, it's always harder than it is. Like it's just harder and easier to say than to do it. To be like a higher option and try to score against NBA defense and everything like that. But I was definitely expecting him to have some type of jump towards like when Tyrese comes back, Ben Shepherd is a real rotational player now because he's kind of went through the ups and downs of having to be a starter and having to go through all this. But now it's just like it's far from that, you know?
I got Benedict Mathurin. Call me Mathurin because I Benedict. Yeah, it's an important year for him. He needs that contract extension, and without Tyrese Halliburton, I felt like there would be more opportunity for him, Nembhard, a bunch of these guys. And obviously he's had some injuries and missed some time. But even when he's played, he's been good. But I think he hasn't been anything that makes the Pacers feel like this guy has to stay and we got to find a way to keep him on this roster.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Benedict Mathurin was on a different team. I just really would. Like,
Yeah, some
nothing
team
he's
would definitely
done.
take a chance on Benedict Mathurin.
Nothing he's done makes the Pacers feel like we can't afford to lose this guy.
Unless they feel like unless for whatever reason he doesn't have a crazy market and they're able to get him to come back on a cheaper team-friendly deal to where he just is like coming off the bench and being what he did in the finals. Like what he did for them during that whole playoff run was
I mean, if
amazing.
that's the case, his ass might as well just bet on himself. I wouldn't sign an extension on a deal like that. I'd bet on myself, or I would hope that a team like Brooklyn or somebody just give me a bag and I can go bet on myself. Or do the Cam Thomas Kuminga way, where I just take the qualifying offer, come back, and then I can go into unrestricted free agency to pick my own destiny. But you definitely would have loved to see him turn into like a 20-point scorer or something with no Halliburton, and then there was no Nembhard, and then he had his injury. Yeah, it's just kind of been a disappointing season overall for Indiana in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy seeing them go from the NBA Finals to being the 15th seed in the East.
They really saved our playoffs last year because nobody outside of Denver looked like they had a chance against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, there were some games against the Clippers in that first round. Oh, no, the Clippers played the Nuggets. I'm sorry. But there was some games against the Nuggets going 7 where it was like, okay. But after that.
That's another guy that, to answer the drop the mic, is just they're not going to trade Pascal, but I wish Pascal was in on a winning team so I could see him more in the light.
That's the linear drop the mic.
Oh, that was drop the mic. But yeah, I wish I could see Pascal back in a winning situation.
He had a game-winning shot last night against the Celtics.
Yeah, he did.
He did. He's been one of my favorite players this year.
I've been screaming it for a year and a half now. The most underrated player in the NBA by far. You know who else is climbing up their ranks?
Who?
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah. Hey, Scotty Barnes covers so much on the defensive side. It's like it just goes unnoticed sometimes.
Creative player, man. Creative player.
He'll Scotty Barnes will be back in his winning situation next year, Mike. It's just a bridge year.
Pascal.
Who did I say?
You said Scotty Barnes, but
Oh, I meant Pascal Siakam. Yeah, it's just a bridge year. They unfortunately had to deal with their superstar.
Shout out to him for playing. A lot of guys probably just have knee pain by now and be like, I'm sitting out.
No, he be playing hard every game.
Yeah.
At least, hey, if I just had if we had 1 year, say we was an NBA team and you was sitting out this year, we gonna chill back and get our pick, and the coach said, Mike, you could rock out, go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna do me. You know?
Shit, boy, game 37 here, your prayer's gonna be like,
yeah. My stomach hurt.
yeah, my stomach, I got a virus.
I got a virus.
I'm tired of running back on defense.
Unplugged, man. We talked about something to start the show, and it sparked something in my head. What was a crazy heartbreak for you as a kid growing up? Something that's just like some dumb shit. I'm talking like before high school. Because you talked about juke parties, like, man. Or no, we talked about missing school.
Yeah.
And then it's like, man, the girl you like came. She said if you was here, she was going to ask you to be her boyfriend, but you wasn't here, so she dated Mike. You're like, oh, man, I had my heart broke. I remember dumb shit like that used to happen. It don't even have to be a heartbreak, but what's some crazy shit from when like middle school in Burr Ridge, and we all went to the same middle school.
I had this girl's name written in the heart with my name.
We don't know this girl, do we?
Yeah, and I had Darrick and her name, and then I had it in the heart in my notebook. And the next day, I didn't go to school.
But it was still in your desk?
It was in my desk, and for whatever reason,
Oh my fucking goodness!
when I wasn't there, the kids in my class went through my
your
desk. I don't know why.
Oh man!
Don't know why.
This is a nightmare.
And they found the notebook.
I'm getting secondhand embarrassment
And they
because I
found
can
it.
only imagine you finding out that they found out, like, oh, your fucking heart fall to your fucking
Yeah,
ass.
and I don't know why I wrote it in my notebook. I was just doing something one day, and I came back the next day, and
Don't tell me it was in Reinhardt class.
no,
Okay.
we was at Adam Jeans. We
Oh,
was
it's
in
Adam
fourth
Jeans,
grade.
okay.
And she had found out. And this is somebody I was real cool with. And then, like, she just stopped talking to me.
Damn. Because she found out?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And even when as y'all got older, she didn't really talk to you?
Oh, she cool now. But, like, back then.
I'm talking about like in middle school, not high school.
Yeah. No, I think maybe around high school or so. But then, yeah, it was just like.
She light skinned?
Yeah. But then I was just like, damn.
Do we know? You know who we talking about?
Nah. Not on top. I can't remember anything.
It was just crazy to see that. I'm just wondering what made them go through my desk.
Let me tell you, middle school, Burr Ridge. It was a group of us. I think it was like a little group. Some of the guys, some girls. And when I say it was a group of us, I mean like we all kind of like knew each other, hung out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Text and, talked on Facebook. Or no, this is MySpace at the time. And so one of the girls came up to me and said, "Would you be my boyfriend?" And I think y'all may know this girl, but I don't also know. But she was a social girl, but I think she had strict parents. So all of the dudes used to talk about her.
Yeah.
But it would just be on some like, she decent, but that's it. Cause like nobody felt like they could go with her or anything like that cause she had strict parents or whatnot. And so she walks up to me, like we're in a passing period, like about to go to lunch. And she walks up to me and just says that, would you be my boyfriend?
Yeah.
I said, yeah. And so in my mind, as she's saying this, I'm like, damn, she want me to go with her or something like that? Cause she was decent. I'm like, shit, I might have came up. I get the kind of like cheesing. She's like, as she asking me, I'm like, yeah. Why she say some goofy shit like, she said, yeah, and she said something like, she smiled back and like we hugged, and then she was like, oh, I was just curious if you would date me.
That shit would piss me off.
So she wasn't for real.
I remember being like, no, I know, and we just walked to lunch. But in my mind, I was like, this big goofy ass. And remember, we young.
Yeah.
We like 7th grade. I'm just like, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. This I'm thinking I'm about to go tell my homies, and you know what I mean. I just came up on Bubba. This motherfucker talking about.
I just want to see.
I just want to
see if you would date me.
Yeah, that's
just playing too damn
But
much.
As I look back as an adult, knowing her, I don't know. I should have knew that that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
She wasn't. That just wasn't her MO.
That wasn't her. Yeah.
She was like, you know what I mean. She was bad. She was thick as hell, as you know, when we were kids.
Yeah.
And and all of us, all of like the homies, we all, blah blah blah, decent, yada yada. But because she had strict parents and everything, she never came outside, things like that. But motherfuckers don't think that deep when you 7th grade. It's just like whatever.
I had this isn't like a heartbreak or anything, but there was this girl.
Yeah, and Mike, I wasn't saying that to heartbreak. I'm just like embarrassing or funny or the heartbreak shit is what made me think of it. But I just remember that shit involving girls and young is always funny as fuck. This is always funny.
I used to think this girl that went to our school, I used to think she
Middle
was
school or high school?
High school. She was kind of attractive. She was older than me.
How old? My grade
I think
old?
Maybe. And she used to wear a hijab, and I used to find it kind of funny because like at school she didn't wear it. She used to like take it off.
Wait, text the name.
I don't know her name.
Oh, what the fuck? You know her initial?
No, I never really knew her that well.
How the fuck would you know what she were in school and out of school?
Because I would see her. And then I would see her at the library too.
Oh.
And like,
so at the library she wears it. At school she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't wear it at school, but then like she would go into the bathroom at the library when her parents would come pick her up, and she would put it back on, and then she would leave. And I was like, so she's probably like disconnected from what her family beliefs are, and she doesn't want to be a part of it. And I was like, I wonder, which route did she go? Because she was already torn in high school, because when she's with her parents, she was bought into it.
Or was she not bought in? Was she maybe embarrassed?
That could be a thing.
We went to school with a lot of like people that would make you embarrassed in high school.
Yeah.
Our high school was very immature and people,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, suburban kids, at least the ones we went to school with, they don't really understand enough cultural things. Some of them do. We would have cultural assemblies and different. Remember that, the culture?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. So our school tried, but the kids inside of it, we went to school with a lot of people that was like fake racist.
Oh,
if you just think about it as an adult. In high school, you're just going about your business, going to high school, it's whatever. But when you look back on certain things, a lot of racist undertones.
I actually saw
shit.
someone recently who he was one of them white boys who would say the N-word to try to make you mad.
Really?
I saw him recently,
To try to make you mad?
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna say, you try to
be
slide,
cool.
slide it
Yeah.
in there. You try to be
Nah.
cool.
He was saying it to make y'all
Yeah.
mad?
Like
What the fuck?
He's saying it aggressively.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck this
don't know.
is.
And I saw him recently and I just kept it pushing.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I saw him. It was just so random.
I don't be running into as many people as y'all do.
I do it all the time.
Well, you don't live in our area.
Yeah, I don't. Only time, I usually run into people that I've seen it like
He was in your grade?
Yeah.
people I've hooped with because like they in that YMCA area because I'm kind of over there. I always run into those people. I don't be running into nobody from high
You
school
in
like
what
that,
YMCA area?
huh?
What YMCA area?
Because it's kind of like Downers Grove. You know?
The Y we all grew up going to?
Yeah.
You think you about that?
Relative to the area, yeah.
Your current apartment?
I see, bro. You'd be surprised how many people I've seen that go to that Y that I see around my area. I don't know if they live
Oh,
around
you
my.
talking about people that went to that Y. I'm thinking you talking about people we went to high school
No,
with.
I don't be seeing
Well,
nobody.
the people at the Y, yeah, they're gonna be
They're
all
a little
over
bit close.
Yeah,
They're
they
gonna
all
be
over
area.
They're gonna be all
place,
over
yeah.
the place. Yeah. I thought you meant that that Y is close to you.
Oh no,
I'm
not
about
no
to say,
more.
Mike, boy, you know where the fuck you live at?
I used to live right there before I moved to the Plex.
I see people every now and then.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised I don't see people more, honestly.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But y'all kind of live by, again, that area where you used to work at like Portillo's though, where it's like a bunch of stores, and I feel like you go over there all the time though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's easy to. It's definitely easy to, but I definitely seen more people when I worked at Portillo's.
Oh,
When I worked
hell yeah.
at Portillo's,
Hey, you know
I
who-
seen people all the time that I went to school with.
If I'm trying to walk into somebody, I just go to the Walmart. The Walmart that's kind of in the
I
middle.
never go to
I
that
swear,
fucking
anytime I go there, I run
I
into
haven't been to
somebody.
that Walmart in years.
I honestly never seen no one at that Walmart.
I always see somebody at that Walmart.
That's
I fucking
crazy.
hate Walmart.
I haven't. I used to go to that. I go to that Walmart pretty often. I've never seen no one in there.
I see people at Target, obviously at Portillo's. I would expect, I don't even go to Portillo's as much. I would expect if I still went to that Chipotle that I would see people there, but I don't go to that Chipotle anymore. I'm sure if I ate inside of the Chick-fil-A, I would see people, but it's always driving.
Yeah.
I'll be happy that I don't see motherfuckers in high school. I really don't fuck with a lot of people because you just,
I'm about to unfollow a lot of people from
Just look back.
on Instagram and
motherfuckers
Twitter.
just, I don't know. It's just, we lived in one of those areas in those times where shit was just a little weird.
I'm telling you,
know.
I'm about to go on an unfollow spree. You know, back in the day,
And you know the funny thing is, because we have what we have with this going on, so many people would just be, I don't know. It's just fun. So many people want to talk. They want to run into you. And some of the people I don't mind because I had a lot of people I fucked with and a lot of associates in high school. And that's one thing. So I also see a lot of people and I talk to them and I have conversations.
Mm-hmm.
But it always be funny where it's like, bro, why the fuck are you trying to talk to me?
why are you trying to get on the show? Why are you trying to ask if we can get you as a guest on the show?
Come on, bro. And that don't even be the white kids. That be like motherfuckers in a barber shop that don't.
Man, when you gonna get me on the show to talk about John
It'd be
Moran?
shit like that. Like just, I'd be like, bro. I don't even like being that because I don't look at us as nobody special.
My girl daddy, he said, when y'all gonna get me on there? Cause I really watch Jordan. I could really do that Jordan LeBron debate. I said,
The worst motherfucker.
we'll holler at you. I'll let you know.
Yo, you nice.
We'll holler at you.
I can't do a Jordan LeBron debate.
I always tell him, because he loves talking about Jordan. I say, bro, that's almost 30 years from now.
Ago.
We getting to that
Yeah.
point where it's always 30 years ago. if we still trying to ride that wave, man, let it die.
Even when KB ran into Coach Nelson, he was like, man, y'all.
See, now that would be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
What?
Running into Mr. Nelson.
Oh, yeah, he cool. But what he said is like, it shows what I mean, where he like, have y'all been back to the school? And KB's like, nah. He's like, nobody invited y'all back, seeing everything that y'all been doing. It's like, exactly, Coach Nelson. Exactly. Exactly. You know how many motherfuckers they championed at that school when I went there?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking Matt Mayberry. Are you fucking kidding me? No disrespect to him. But he got a cup of coffee with the Bears and they had this motherfucker plastered around our school.
He said he got a cup of coffee with the Beard.
Didn't Matt Mayberry play for the Bears?
I don't even know who that is.
You don't?
No.
Bro. I can't believe you don't because you actually played football. Matt Mayberry had a lot of records and stuff.
I think they definitely talked about one guy.
Yeah, Matt Mayberry,
It
former
probably was him, 'cause
linebacker for the Indiana Hoosiers and the Chicago Bears. Education, Hinsdale South. He had a lot of records and stuff.
Oh, okay. What position did he play?
Linebacker.
Oh, duh, you did.
He
say
you
that.
the QB to linebacker.
So it's no disrespect to him, but like they're very pick and choosy with things that they do, and I've always had resentment towards Hinsdale South for that. I was a fucking homecoming king, right? But if you go in our yearbook, it says nothing about me being homecoming king. It's only about the homecoming queen. It's very odd to me.
Yeah.
Very odd. Tavares was the fastest man in the entire state.
I didn't know Sean Payton was from our area.
Yeah, head coach.
I did not know this.
Tavares was the fastest man in the entire state.
Shout out to Tavares.
He was.
The
Tavares was
entire
fast as
state.
heck.
He won state at a school that don't win state often.
Yeah.
And somehow he was not athlete of the year. And went to our starting quarterback that won probably fucking 8 games for the first time in history.
Yeah, they gonna glaze the football program.
No.
It is.
You
bogus.
can't glaze the football program that ain't doing shit.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
This ain't a state winning quarterback. This ain't a quarterback that went and played D1.
No. Didn't even play college, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. And this is my basketball team, man. I ain't got no hard feelings. I'm just showing us
Karan
certain thing.
Omega, I don't know. He's an offensive tackle.
How the
Backup. Offensive lineman backup left tackle for the Chicago Bears. It says he went there.
To Hinsdale South?
I'm pretty sure he did. Let me double check, but his name popped up. But it said he's currently in the NO. He's 23 years old.
Oh, shout out to him. But
Let me double check though.
It's always
We got to get our names up there. I remember one time I was checking the famous alumni from our school, and they had the one kid that played in Scary Movie.
Yeah.
They had him up there.
Yeah.
We could fit up there.
Yeah. But they're not gonna put us up there.
Why not?
That's what I'm trying to
Because
figure
we ain't
out.
been in no movie.
I'm trying to figure
Oh,
out.
he went to Hinsdale Central. Damn, man, nobody want to go to Hinsdale South.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, who the fuck is this guy? You talking
Yeah,
about
his name is
NFL?
Karan, but he does play for the
we
Bears.
heard. We're still in proximity with the school.
Hinsdale Central High School.
Shout out to him for making it.
So
No,
hopefully,
we don't shout out Hinsdale Central.
so hopefully, we can run into the Mr. Nelsons. I ran into Miss Truman.
Oh, I wonder how she doing.
These people that want us to come back in the building, like, because it's mind blowing to me when you have certain successes. Just to me, if I ran a school, I had, and all of my successes I want to be shown, especially one that's in the digital content space, which is where all the kids want to go. Y'all, you know how many motherfuckers? Yeah, and I still remember what they do is, that was the point that I was making about the homecoming shit. I don't know if y'all know or if y'all remember, but every reigning homecoming person comes back to crown the new one.
Yeah.
So the person who won it the year before me, Emmanuel, who I think went to Villanova, he could play baseball and shit. E was cold. Shout out to E. He crowned me. He came back to the school to crown me. And so I guess homecoming was coming back around again. And Ontario is a year younger than me, so he was still in high school. Y'all was still in school too.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying something like, man, you coming back to like crown a new person? I'm like, shit. What am I supposed to? Like, what? And I remember I had to email Hinsdale South myself.
Really?
They wasn't gonna reach out to
Wait,
him.
who was it? Because I mean, we had to be there. I remember I remember you came back
for y'all assembly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't remember who it was, but I swear,
forgot who I crowned.
Somebody, I think during that same assembly, I think it was one of the seniors too. They had them breakaway pants, and he ripped them off during the assembly, and they like legit in his boxers, and they had to come get him. I think that was during that same assembly.
I forgot.
I think that might have been the person you crowned though. Because I think he was just acting a fool. Or something.
I forgot who I crowned, but I crowned him too fast. You're supposed to make it like go over everybody's head, kind of make it. I just like put it right.
Well, it's gonna kill me that I can't think about the person that ripped off his breakaway pants during the school assembly.
I've always wanted to do that.
Wear some breakaway pants?
Had those breakaway pants.
I don't even have.
I used to want to do that too. When I watch NBA players get called from the bench.
Yeah.
But I never had none. But yeah, man, I would love to go to Hinsdale South too, and speak, help. I like talking to the kids.
I was watching
So much pressure.
I was watching my niece game, and I was like, I wouldn't mind being a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching the sophomore team, and I'm like,
you finna say some bullshit.
No, it was like the coach was like, he made a questionable decision at the end of the game. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Right.
And I was like, because he had them foul with like 23 seconds left, but they hadn't even got the ball across half court. And I'm like, the girl, and I'm like, the girl who's dribbling the ball isn't even looking in the direction of getting across half court. So you let them continue to add pressure. Then you get the 10-second call, turnover. You now got like 13 seconds left to try to drop something and score. But I was like, why would you just put them at the free throw line? Luckily, they missed both of them. But I was like,
is this for his school?
Yeah, this is for the sophomores.
Did your niece and them win?
Yeah, they ended up winning. They had a really good game.
Who did they play?
They played, Evergreen Park.
Evergreen Park.
I think Evergreen Park. Yeah.
No,
and they won convincingly. I think they won by like 25.
Okay.
She said they need to win like 6 more to make playoffs.
That'd be me every time I go to, like, when I went for 4 years watching EJ at all of his games, coaching. I just, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
It's an investment, man, and
It is.
I wouldn't want to commit to that unless I knew I was 1,000% cemented and committed to giving those young kids everything that I had in me. Right now, balancing the podcast and shit, going into the next phase and step of life, you know what I mean? Having kids and all of that. I kind of want to coach my kids, and that'll be my segue into coaching.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But I definitely wouldn't. I would like to be like a assistant at the beginning. I want to sit back and learn a little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're not getting just walking into it. I just
maybe
feel like
us. We're a little different. We got a platform. We bring in a lot of energy to a building. That would be my pitch. If Hinsdale South had an opening right now and I went, my pitch would be, I'm a former alumni. I played on this team or for the school all 4 of my years. I played on every level. I played freshman A, I played varsity, and I played sophomore. Started on all of those teams. I didn't start my junior year. I was the homecoming king. Know a lot of people in the community. Very popular person here. Know a lot of people. I would rejuvenate the community to come out and support the team. And I would have the internet behind us. We'd have us a content department. You know what I mean? Hire some students that want to have some type of connection to content, or maybe trying to do something to go to a specific school to get a degree in something content related, video editing, all of that type of shit.
Right.
Hey man, we putting all of this shit together. We finna have a
Sound like you
shebang.
gotta send that resume
Hinsdale
song.
South gonna have a YouTube channel. We have an Instagram page. We have a Twitter page. Our shit gonna have memes and popping. Come on, man.
What was that thing schools used to do? Where it was like, I think all the schools recorded like those certain videos. I remember we didn't.
I remember what you.
What did they call?
Was it for Spirit Week or something?
It's
I don't remember. I
it's
think a bunch
they go
of-
through the halls and like they're recording y'all doing like kind of like silly, goofy shit.
They sound goofy, but I just can't remember the damn name of it. But it was
a song.
No, it wasn't the song. But I remember I'm pretty sure all the schools was posting it on YouTube too.
Yeah.
It's just like I cannot remember.
It's
it.
like the mannequin challenge, but it was a challenge, right?
It was a challenge, wasn't it?
Because LeBron and the Heat did it, right?
I think it was a challenge.
But no, we weren't standing still. I know what you're talking about. That's what they did.
No,
in the
no,
White
no.
House.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the mannequin. I'll say it was like it
Yeah.
because LeBron and the Heat did it in the
Because
locker
they were
room.
going through the whole school hallways and then like.
And I think you're supposed to like capture school culture.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, this is something else then.
Then I think they did something in the middle, in the courtyard where like something had like, boof.
I cannot remember what they called this week or whatever it was, but it's gonna drive me crazy because I remember they posted all these videos on YouTube and it wasn't just our school.
Yeah, it was like
it was
all the
everybody's
local
school that
schools,
was doing it. They would post it up there.
I do not remember this.
And I'm
shit
like-
at all.
They probably didn't do it when Pierre was in school.
Yeah.
They did it for us.
I
I
might have.
think it started our senior year.
You know, I was in the ancient times. We had typewriters and shit like that, as they say.
No, them flip phones.
No, he had a sidekick.
I did have a flip phone though. My first phone was a phone that didn't flip or twist or nothing. It was just you
I
just
think I
held
had a
that.
Nokia.
Same, mine too.
I had a Nokia.
Oh man, I had a phone that they called the track phone, where you could
Oh,
I
track,
had that too.
track your minutes. You had to go buy a card from Walgreens or Walmart, and you could load the minutes on there.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, all right, I only got 2 more minutes, so I got to get off the phone.
Well, you talking like you calling off a jail phone. Got to make sure you hurry
That's
up
how you
for
have
that,
to be. If
for
your
the
thing
minutes
say you
run
got
out.
15 minutes, and you know, damn, it's only the fucking halfway mark of the month. I need these minutes because I play basketball. After the game, I got to call my mom and say I'm done. So I got to be smart with my minutes. Or my ass going to be walking home because I'm going to have no way to contact her. That's fucking crazy, ain't
Yeah.
it? But I'm not that fucking old. I'm 30. It sounds like I'm talking like I'm from the fucking 1970s. But time is going so fast that you'll hear me tell a story like that as if I'm my dad's age. That's how my dad used to sound, who was like 30 years older than me. I'm not 30 years older than nobody in the community. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only a decade older than a lot of the people. But time
Bro, we
is
used to just go up. We used to just trust that our friend was going to be at the house.
Yeah.
He ain't leave nowhere.
Yep, nope.
He just going to be there.
And
He going to have to
wasn't
come
doing shit.
outside. Yep.
And he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't online playing GTA. He ain't had nothing where he couldn't pause. You know, now you can't pause because you're online. Back then, you could pause your game no matter what you was doing. Dana here, can you help me with the groceries? Leave him in the car. I'll be there when I'm done.
That's literally what I was about to say. Girls don't understand.
You can't
aspect of
pause
that
that
you
online
can't pause a
game.
game.
They don't fucking get it.
Or like if you're in a comp game when I'm playing rivals, like I can't leave or I'm gonna get penalized. Like I just can't leave.
So many times my girl said, come here, look at this makeup, look at this outfit, look at this bodysuit I'm wearing. Can you get the dog real quick? No. No, I cannot. Mike, hey man, me and Mike was playing the game the other day. I felt like they was punking me.
Yeah.
My household. Eugene is coming in the room. He's causing a havoc. He's knocking down food. I put the food high. He's now all of a sudden climbing. He knocks down the food. You know how dog food is. The food every fucking where. I'm trying to play the game with them. I'm like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, I heard it. All I heard was, man, stop. Leave that alone. I just heard it in the back. I was like, I know somebody getting in trouble over there. And we just trying to play the game.
Just trying to play the game.
And
But-
puppies had that unlimited energy.
They do, bro. They do. I love Lil Man though. What do you think about when you hear the name Man?
A badass kid.
That's why I be calling his ass Man. Hey, as always, we appreciate y'all. Another incredible episode of Numbers on the Board. We hope y'all have an incredible Tuesday. We'll be back with more tomorrow, Wednesday. You can check out Tee It Up with your boy Pierre, PB Plug, Andreessen. Thursday, we back with more Numbers on the Board. Friday, we back with more Numbers on the Board. And then Saturday is the next YouTube episode. We will see y'all for extended hours. We should have our boy KB back on what, Friday or Saturday?
Said Friday. We'll
Friday.
see.
We'll get KB, continue to get some rest. And yeah, we'll see y'all then. Peace.